We in these streets. It's 3KINGSBoxing.com. Where we at?
We are in Las Vegas for the Canelo fight, 3 King Boxing. We are here with the IBF International Champion, Mr. Oscar.
We in these streets.
My man, boy, 3KIngSboxing.com. I'm here with my man from Chicago, Mike. Mr. P. What's going on?
Alright, Matt, EJ from 3KIngsBoxing.com.
You mentioned Amanda Serrano. If those fights can be made, would you be willing to go up, down, meet anybody, or it just doesn't matter to you? You just want to prove that you are a tough competitor in this sport.
We see anything can happen, especially we know what these heavyweights.
Like a man. I got you. We like a man.
Got this 3 King Boxing here with Buddy McGurk and Train Kovalev today. Buddy, man, how it going in today, man? What was the difference that we saw in Kovalev that we hadn't seen before?
Double profile on the back of you and Joshua Jones. I want you to attack at the same. Follow Deontay well. No one should know this.
We in these streets. Y'all know what it is. Bo, unmute your goddamn mic, you old motherfucker, man.
In these streets.
That boy old, man. Look, Bo was like this. Nobody knew what you was talking about. Nobody knew what you was doing. Nah, what's good, man? 3 Kings, number 58. Y'all know what it is, man.
58?
58, bro. But you know, it's always the lower numbers when you on the come up. You end up doing like 150, 200 episodes before shit start get really cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it is what it is. 58 really ain't shit. Is basically what I'm saying. But to us, it seems like it's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But-
especially when you're approaching my age, nigga.
Approaching your age or past it? Which one?
Hey, man, keep on with the show.
Approaching? So
Keep-
hold up, nigga, you done fucked up now. Now you done fucked up. So basically, you be telling everybody you 50, but really you 60 because of the Cuban shit, right? So I want to see your Cuban birth certificate. This nigga's really 60. Oh man, dog, we got a huge fight this weekend. Pretty much everybody knows what it is, man. Motherfuckers that don't even watch boxing know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a conversation my wife had with her father. Now, I know he watched, keyword watched. You know what I'm saying? Past tense, boxing. You know what I'm saying? But then my wife, or at least he asked my wife, he said, who does, 2K and, who y'all got winning the fight? And, my wife said who she thought was going to win the fight. I didn't respond because he was talking to her. He said, yeah, man, I got Tyson Fury. She said, why? Why you got Tyson Fury? He said, because this nigga said Deontay Wilder has only fought 5 top 20 opponents. Now, here's the deal. I don't care about looking that up, right? What got me was that this nigga actually knew or at least thought to say something of such detail. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's supposed to be a casual, bro. You know what I mean? So, for somebody who's pretty much a casual that talks about heavyweight boxing, you know, the early to late 90s, the 80s and shit. Right. And then he comes out for this fight and says, man, Deontay Wilder, you know, he ain't fought nobody. He only fought like 5 top 20 opponents and da-da-da-da. That was enough for me to say, damn, motherfuckers is really understanding that this is a big fight, man.
Yeah.
Cats that don't even watch boxing. You know what I mean? I'm in the weight room and shit. They got a TV on in the weight room. You know, it's typically on ESPN, right? They'll have like the college basketball games, NBA, whatever is on TV. I may look up for a second, man. I see an advertisement for Wilder Fury too, man. See a great advertisement. Bo, you made a good point earlier, man. What did you say about this fight, man? About Bob Arum in this fight?
I said that now when you look at it, I know we criticized it at first, when Bob Arum was like, when the rematch was going to go down, everybody was criticizing Bob. They was calling Tyson Fury a ducker. But Bob was correct when he said, we want to build Tyson's profile so this fight would be bigger. And when you look at what has been transpiring now as compared to the first fight, he is 100% fucking correct in what he did. And anybody that scrutinized him, and I'll start with myself, hey, man, apologies, nigga. You knew what the fuck you was doing. That's why you 80 years old, still rocking in this motherfucker.
Well, Bob Arum, I mean, listen, man, a lot of cats talk a lot of shit about Bob Arum. He's old, senile, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He needs another dose of that young blood. You know what I mean? You know, what's that? The blood transfusions and shit for the rich niggas that they get. That way it cleans their body out. They can live longer. He needed another dose of that. A lot of cats say that shit, right? Here's the deal. Bob Arum knows what the fuck he's doing. One of the things that I caution a lot of fans of Deontay Wilder, and I like to just target fans in general. It's not just fans of Deontay Wilder. It's fans in general. If you're a fan of a fighter, I like to target you in certain situations, right? This is why you shouldn't align yourself, because if you don't align yourself with a boxer or some type of entity in the sport, you get to see things a lot clearer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, here's the deal. Bob Arum is a smart motherfucker when it comes to matchups. And I'm going to tell you something, man. When you see a motherfucker that is okay with giving a fighter not of his, that's not under his banner, pretty much all the advantages, you should question. Damn, this motherfucker got extreme confidence in his fighter, right? Like Bob Arum did Luke Campbell and Vasily Lomachenko. Bob Arum was like, yeah, go ahead. Y'all can have that shit over in the UK. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? What? Y'all, yeah, pretty much all his fans are going to be there. We don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Vasily Lomachenko going to beat that ass. I don't care. And that's what happened, right? Jose Ramirez and Maurice Hooker. Oh, yeah, y'all can have that fight in Dallas. I don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, not only can you have a fight in Dallas, shit, nigga, y'all go ahead and have a fight on DAZN. I don't give a fuck. Jose Ramirez, you know what I'm saying? Jose Ramirez gonna fuck this nigga up. Easy work, right? With Tyson Fury, yeah, man, y'all can have the fight in Las Vegas. Yeah, y'all can have it on Fox. We're gonna do a little cross promotion, Fox and ESPN. Yeah, I mean, y'all advertise it more on Fox. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Deontay Wilder's WC champion. Yeah, whatever, man. You can have whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Then Bob Arum comes out and says Tyson Fury gonna knock him out in the 8th round. You know what I'm saying? So, Bob Arum's track record at being able to pick the right matchups, right, based on who he believes wins, is unprecedented, fam. It really is, dog. He's excellent at doing that. And so I caution a lot of you Deontay Wilder fans out there, man. This ain't just some matchup that that Bob Arum and Tyson Fury and everybody else is just looking at it as, damn, we're going to go out there and lay down like Dominic Brazil. That's not the case, man. This is a live fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's a live fight. Who we got in the building, man? My man Hamza Malik, he said, we in these streets. WR Robinson 211 in these streets. My man Matt Brown, he said, Big Bo, what up, what up, what up? I don't know why he say what up to Bo. That nigga the secondary nigga.
You see what happens when you get old. Young motherfuckers, they just, here's your HMO card, motherfucker. Here's your ARP, nigga. Shit, take the ARP, you know. Motherfucker be going by in the wheelchair and shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit for me to say, man. I gotta take that back, dog. That's fucked up, man. I be treating the old niggas wrong, man. Gotta respect my elders, nigga. My man CMD, Boxing Reports. He says, since there's a lot of people talking about this fight, do you believe that the pay-per-view will reach 1 million or more? I think so. What do you think about that, Bo?
I think it'll come very, very close.
Yeah.
I think it'll be probably the highest pay-per-view numbers we've seen since the Canelo Alvarez no longer being on pay-per-view.
Canelo and Triple G?
Yeah.
Yeah, Canelo Triple G too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think it can definitely get to 1 million. If it gets to 1 million, don't think it'll go 2 or 3, nothing like that.
No.
It'll just barely break 1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's very possible. There's a lot of motherfuckers talking about this fight that don't watch
I got niggas in the Dominican Republic calling me from the DR only about that. If I got motherfuckers at my job that has never taught boxing to me in 20 years of working on the job, asking me what time we gonna do the podcast tonight, so they can pay attention to the prediction. Mm-hmm. Okay? Understand they had 3 or 4 Super Bowl commercials. 40 million motherfucking people saw the commercials for the fight. So yeah, man, the groundwork has been laid perfectly for this to reach at least 1 million.
Yeah, and those slots for the Super Bowl commercials, not cheap. Something like a little over 1 million for a slot, dog. You know what I'm saying? So them slots are not cheap. So they're putting a lot of money just to get the advertising for this fight out there. And they're trying to appeal to everyone that they can, dog. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury has made several appearances on ESPN. I believe Deontay Wilder was on ESPN too, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So they've made several appearances on different shows talking about this fight. As we mentioned, ESPN is advertising in between games and, niggas playing billiards and all this other dumb shit. They're advertising in between that. You got Super Bowl commercials. Oh, yeah, man. They trying to hit everybody they can. And I think it's going to do a good job in terms of bringing in a lot of the casual fans into basically coming out their pockets and paying for the shit, dog. Real talk.
They mentioned it at NBA All-Star Weekend. They mentioned that.
They sure did. They sure did. Yup. Denise Wards is in the building.
Mama Denise.
Lord Zoe, he said, we in these streets. My man Virtuoso came in, put $2 on. He said, what's good? 2K and Bo, what's good, family? Hey, man, you wasn't the first one this time, man. Hamza Malik had you beat, dog.
Yes, yeah. Lloyd, you still out there in the street with them prostitutes, nigga?
Oh, yeah, that's all day, every day. Yeah. That motherfucker came on. If he came on the show to say that he gonna be out here in these streets with the prostitutes, man, that motherfucker doing it every day. That's an everyday thing with him, man. Denise Moore said, hearing Bob Arum is selling Top Rank. Yeah, I heard some rumblings about that. Not even recently. This was years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure as to how that actually is gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum's getting up there in age. I'm hearing that his right hand man, I can't think of his fucking name right now.
Talking about the other one?
Huh?
Not Brad. You talking about the other guy?
Yeah, not Brad, the other guy. I can't think of his. He's always on the conference calls.
I think his name
is it Todd something?
Tyler Buff.
Yeah, thank you. I've been hearing that he's the guy that's gonna be taking over. You know what I'm saying? When Bob Arum passes or whatnot. So I don't know what they're gonna do. It just depends. In my opinion, if he feels like he has to sell Top Rank, that means the guys that he's been working with, Tyler Buff and Brad. What's Brad's last name? You remember Brad's last name?
No.
Yeah. Basically, these two guys, Tyler Buff and Brad, are to Bob Arum as Sam Watson and Tim Smith are to Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? If Bob Arum can't leave Top Rank in the hands of those guys, then that kind of tells me that he don't trust them motherfuckers in reality. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, man, I wouldn't want to see anybody else running Top Rank. Like, I wouldn't want to see somebody who doesn't know shit about boxing running Top Rank when it's all said and done for Bob Arum. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Denise says she got Wilder between 4 and 6. God damn. That's a bold prediction, Denise.
Oh yeah, he didn't even get Stavern out like that in the first fight.
Nah. Well, I mean, when was that? 2015?
Yeah.
That was 5 years ago. And Deontay Wilder back then, he was actually trying to use his skills. You know what I'm saying? Today, it's all about setting up everything. Everything sets up the right hand. And, I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit here and knock the fact that it's been working. But at the end of the day, man, like, Deontay Wilder is one of the more luckiest motherfuckers in boxing. Because he doesn't have to utilize the skills he should be utilizing to win fights because his right hand is so powerful. That's a lucky motherfucker, man. And on top of that, the heavyweights of today are not the heavyweights of yesteryear. That makes him even more lucky, right? Because if you had guys like Ike Biabuchi, you know what I'm saying? Chris Bird.
You need more than that.
Yeah, Chris Bird, Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, guys that could actually fucking move. The old Lennox Lewis, not the new, let me say this, the young Lennox Lewis, not the older one, not the one that was standing there behind that jab, right? We're talking.
You talking about the nigga with the box cut?
I'm talking about the nigga with the box, the one that lost to Oliver McCall, that one. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of niggas gonna be like, man, the older Lennox Lewis is better than the younger one. I get you, because when he started fucking with Emmanuel Stewart, that's when he learned how to use his jab better than what he did when he was younger, right? But styles make fights. The style of the young Lennox Lewis would have gave Deontay Wilder more problems than the older one. It's because of his movement. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. That's the reason why Rockman got him. That's how Rockman hit him.
That's how Rockman got to him. Exact. I seen Rockman wouldn't have been able to beat the younger Lennox Lewis because he would have been moving too much. You know what I'm saying? But in any case, my point is the heavyweights of yesteryear, they're nowhere to be found in today's heavyweight division. The closest is Tyson Fury. And that's what makes this matchup so fucking intriguing, man. My man Foster's in the building. He said, 2K, you heard about Daniel Dubois signing 5-year contract? Yeah, that's old news. That happened maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, he re-upped on his contract with Frank Warren, man. Look, I don't think it's a bad deal. Frank Warren's getting him the fights, man. Yeah, he's getting him the fights. So you getting ready to see in April fucking Daniel Dubois versus fucking Joe Joyce. It's a huge fight in the UK. You saw Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman. That was a huge domestic level fight in the UK.
Domestic fight in the UK.
Nigga, that was so huge that I'm over here in America wanting to see that damn fight, bro.
No shit.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a domestic level fight for a type niggas don't even talk about.
Yeah.
That was talking about that shit.
That was a domestic level fight between two prospects, bro, and I still wanted to see that goddamn fight, man. You know what I'm saying? So, my man Lazo said the Buster Douglas that got killed by Holyfield, then he took his statement back. Nigga, I'm too fast, bro. You can't make no fucking mistakes. Nigga, I'm gonna read it. So, I'm guessing he's talking about that Buster Douglas might give Deontay Wilder trouble. I don't know.
I think so. I think that Buster Douglas we saw that was on that streak even before he fought. See, a lot of people don't understand. They think Buster Douglas was lucky and it was a fluke. Buster Douglas went on a streak like a motherfucker before fighting Mike Tyson. Yeah. And if you look at the guys he fought, I think he fought Trevor Berbick and a couple of them dudes.
Yeah.
And you see that skill set, dog. That was disaster for Tyson. I mean, his mother passing was just the icing on the cake. But that was disaster for Mike Tyson, dog. Like, that Buster Douglas, if you follow that, man, you watched them fight before Tyson. Douglas had everything he needed to win that fight, and it just came together good for him.
Well, I mean, if you look at the goddamn fight, the way that he set up Mike Tyson for the knockout was beautiful. That was one of the most beautiful combinations I've seen of that era set up behind the jab. He was setting everything up behind that jab, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you can't sit there and say it was luck because it was something that he had in his repertoire. You know what I'm saying?
The movement, all that, the jab, the movement, the angles, all of that, dog.
Yeah, it was in
all
his
that.
fucking
That's
repertoire.
not luck. That's just something a nigga know how to do.
Yeah, that nigga beat fucking he beat Trevor Berbick and Oliver McCall before he fought Mike Tyson, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. What I'm saying.
Oh yeah, man. Word up, man. All right, he said the Buster Douglas who got KO'd by Holyfield will win the title today. I think so too. If you give me that Buster Douglas that beat Trevor Berbick, Oliver McCall, Mike Tyson, that 3-fight stretch, yeah, he's a champion in today's era of heavyweight boxing. Absolutely, 100% agree. You know what I'm saying? I think he'd lose it eventually because he was so inconsistent. He looked terrible. I mean, Buster Douglas literally, that's why they say Andy Ruiz is the new Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Because of how bad he was after the fame. Right? You know what I'm saying? The only difference was Andy Ruiz didn't get knocked the fuck out and made to look as bad as Buster Douglas did against Evander Holyfield. Plus, Evander Holyfield's a better fighter than Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, dog. You gotta admit, though, man. Douglas went down, was like this on the ground, rubbing his nose and shit.
Yeah.
Like he was waiting, like, damn, nigga, hurry him get to 10. Shit.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, man. It's just like I said, Deontay Wilder's lucky he has the right hand he has that kind of that basically erases the fact that he doesn't utilize. I'm not going to say Deontay Wilder's not skilled. We saw how skilled he can be in the first fight against Bermane Stiverne. To me, all the knockouts that have happened since then, the Bermane Stiverne fight is still the best fight I've seen Deontay Wilder in. Still the best one.
Yeah.
Because I was able to see a Deontay Wilder that does more than just walk around with his right hand cocked. Right? I was able to see more of a Deontay Wilder in that fight. That's the best Deontay Wilder I've seen in his career. Was against Bermane Stiverne in the first fight. But what he does is, he's like, fuck it. This right hand is a great equalizer. He's believed that now. So in him believing that, this motherfucker will gladly, like he almost volunteers to get outboxed for a majority of a fight just so he could hope to get to you with his right hand. It's not a good game plan, man. I don't like that game plan. I don't care how successful it is. I don't like that game plan, man. If my fighter is telling me, Coach, I hear what you're saying, dog, but you know me, man. You know how I do, fam. I'm going to get my ass whooped 9-10 rounds, and then I'm going to land the right hand. This is what it is, man. I'm going to sit back and be like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, man, we can't do that, bro. I need you to win those rounds until you fucking land the right hand. And the way you win those rounds is you use your fucking ability. The ability that you do have. You know what I'm saying? So, in essence, what I'm saying here is this, bro. What I'm saying is this. The Texan said his jab is also very hard too. I think he's talking about Deontay Wilder. I don't think Deontay Wilder's jab is that hard. I think Deontay Wilder basically flips the jab out there as kind of like all right, I'm throwing another punch. That's what he's doing. I don't think his jab is all that hard. The punch that Deontay Wilder does have that's hard that a lot of people don't talk about is his left hook. Mm-hmm. He has a hard-ass left hook. You know what I'm saying? At first, watching Deontay Wilder, I felt that Wilder's left hand was weak as fuck. But then, after seeing it in action a lot of times, the left hand, it's not as strong as the right hand, but it definitely has his opponents looking up, right? They got to worry about a left hook, too, if they're too close. You see what I'm saying? So, but in essence, Deontay Wilder for me in this fight, and Bo, I want you to touch on something about Tyson Fury's weight. Deontay Wilder in this fight is going to have to utilize more than just running around the ring with his right hand cocked, bro. He has to. In the first fight, they declared it a draw. Sure. I had him losing. I had Deontay Wilder losing that fight, man. 9 rounds to 3. At the end of the day, my scorecard was 114-111. All right? I had Tyson Fury winning 9 rounds. Deontay Wilder won 3 rounds. 2 of those 3 rounds were 10-8 rounds. Okay, I gave the 12th round, I believe, a 10-8. You know what I'm saying? Even though Tyson Fury arguably won that round, I still called it a 10-8. You know what I'm saying? And I still had Tyson Fury winning 114-111. Right? So here's the deal. For me personally, he's going to have to come out and do a lot more than just cocking back that right hand. I need to see Deontay Wilder out there fainting. I need to see him jab into the body, bro. Right? Now, Tyson Fury, for me, I suspect he will be moving a lot. But here's the deal, and this is why I want you to touch on this. This motherfucker has come out with his trainer, Javon Hill, and stated that he's going to be in the ring, and we reported on this previously. He stated that he will be in the ring February 22nd, 270 pounds. That's 14 pounds more than what he was in the first fight. But with all that weight, do you think he can move as good or better than he did in the first fight? Because that's the key for Tyson Fury. Movement and utilizing the reach from the outside because he has a reach advantage. What do you think, man?
I think, you know what, before we tell that, I think the only reason why my man might have said Deontay jab was hard was if you look at the second Stavern fight, he was throwing that jab with some snap behind it. But I still agree. I still don't think I think that's just an anomaly because it was Bermain Stavern.
I mean, that's the same nigga that got knocked out doing the limbo, nigga. I mean, you know what I'm saying? How much stock can you put in that? Nah. Right, I don't see niggas withering from Deontay Wilder's jab. I see niggas being bothered by it, but I don't see them withering.
Exactly. Yeah. And the sad part is you're right about one thing. It's almost like the nigga's willing to give up 11 rounds before the light bulb goes off and says, oh, wait a minute. I do got a skill set. Click. And then
Exactly.
If Tyson Fury comes in 270 pounds, this changes. It completely changes. That's why I'm going to wait till the weigh-in before I pick. Because it completely changes who you want to go for because it never works out when a fighter comes in heavier. We've seen this in too many times. Andy Ruiz, Buster Douglas, Bermain Stavern, man, who else can I think of? Hell, I remember one time Lennox Lewis came in a little bit heavier. When fighters come in heavier, it never works out for them because why? You're adding more weight to yourself and you're limiting things that you're good at doing. Tyson's winning formula is moving. That's the winning fucking formula. The winning formula is moving. That's what worked for you in the first fight, okay? If the idea is let's put on more weight so you can absorb the punches better. Scratch that. Motherfucker, you already proved you can get up from this shit. So scratch that. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
So hold on. Before you continue, the idea, according to Javon Hill, was to allow Tyson Fury to have more power behind his shots. That's the idea. And that's why Bob Arum is out here saying Tyson Fury is going to knock him out within 8 rounds.
Scratch that.
Yeah.
Scratch that. Because Wilder's also proved in the Luis Ortiz fight that he can take a punch. He's proved that. And the one thing you don't want to do is be standing there trying to do something you don't normally do, which is try to hit somebody hard, miss, and you leave yourself open to get hit hard back. And with the extra weight, you're not going to be able to get out of the way fast enough. Yeah. If it comes back, because let's keep one thing straight. Deontay Wilder has the quickest right hand as well as the hardest. He throws that motherfucker so fast, you do not have time to brace for impact. Okay?
Yeah.
That motherfucker comes so fast, you cannot brace for impact. So I think they're making a huge mistake coming in like that. I think the mindset of knocking him out, and I can understand that mindset because they think if we don't get a knockout, we might get a draw or end up losing. So I understand that mindset. But generally, boxers don't go in a fight looking for the knockout. They look to box and they take the knockout if it comes.
Exactly.
Knockout is there. If the opportunity presents itself, they take it when it comes. So if he really comes in 274 pounds, man, it increases Deontay Wilder's chances of winning because I do not know how that's going to affect Tyson Fury over the course of the actual fight. You can put that weight on and do sparring in the gym, but the gym is not 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Fight night, your heart ain't beating 100 miles an hour fight night. You know, I don't care what no fighters tell you, they get them butterflies in their stomach. When you get hit hard and the crowd, it changes your mentality. So, I don't know, man. I that's a huge mistake for him, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, when I heard that information, to me, I was a little pissed off. I want Tyson Fury in the ring between 245 and 250. You know what I'm saying? And the reason being is because not only do you move better, your stamina increases. You know what I'm saying? That's where I want Tyson Fury to be. I want him to be slimmer. Listen, Deontay Wilder has the hardest punch in boxing today, right? Arguably one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history, right? Top 3, arguably, right? But as long as you're moving, you're circling to that nigga's left, away from the right hand, and you're able to have the endurance to continue to do that shit for 12 rounds, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, listen, this is another thing. Deontay Wilder, for me, you could actually avoid the right hand if you utilize the fucking ring. You can. Because Deontay Wilder is no longer the guy that is utilizing angles like he did against Bermain. I mean, it was a beautiful fight, bro. The motherfucker had his rangefinder out there. Ha ha ha, hitting him. Nigga come back with an angle. Ha ha ha. Nigga, move out the way, throw another angle. When the fuck have we seen that since? We haven't seen that since.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah. So it's not like Deontay Wilder is going to come in there, although he is much more athletic than Tyson Fury. He's not going to come in there utilizing that shit, bruh. Nigga,
No.
Gerald Washington was outboxing him, man, before he got knocked out in, I believe, the 4th round. 5th round, whichever round that was. Yeah. Gerald Washington was fucked. This is Gerald Washington, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this is George Washington. You know what I'm saying? He was outboxing Deontay Wilder, bro. All right? Luis Ortiz was not moving like he normally did in previous fights. He was outboxing. Yeah, he was outboxing Deontay Wilder. So my thing is, dog, if Tyson Fury would have came into the goddamn ring smaller than what he was, right, in the first fight, with more endurance, more weight knocked off of him so he could be more athletic, to me, it's an easy game plan. But instead, he's talking about coming in at 270. Now I got to worry about, okay, is this muscle? Is this fat? If it's muscle, I got to worry about density.
Stamina.
Bam. If I got to worry about density, now I got to worry about your fucking stamina, dog. All right? If it's fat, well, now I got to worry about you being able to move that shit around the ring for 12 rounds, right? Same thing with the muscle, but muscle's a little bit easier because you're in better shape, right? When it's fat, you're not in as good a shape, so you're liable to slow down quicker than if it was muscle. You know what I'm saying? So now these come into play, right?
Well, also, one more thing. If it's muscle, it affects how you throw the fucking punch.
Right.
If it's muscle, especially if it's upper body muscle.
Right.
It affects how you throw the fucking punch. So you're not throwing the punch straight. You're kind of looping it. And you don't want to do that with a motherfucker that can shoot the right hand right down the middle.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Let me go to the chat real quick, man. You got a lot of people commenting real quick. Let's see. My man W. Robinson 211, he said Deontay Wilder's jab is more of a rangefinder to me. I agree 1,000%. That's exactly what it is. The Texan, man, he said, yeah, it's because Ben Davison was saying that jab was powerful based on what Fury was telling him between rounds. So he's talking about how powerful Deontay Wilder's jab was based on what Ben Davison was saying that Tyson Fury had told him about it. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if Tyson Fury feels like his jab is probably just as powerful as right hand, or maybe, a powerful punch, like Sergey Kovalev's jab, for example. Sergey Kovalev's jab could have been just as powerful as his fucking straight right hand, right? I don't believe that of Deontay Wilder. If Tyson Fury believes that, it is what it is. That's all the more reason why my statement of him coming in smaller should have been, that's what he should have done. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for you to stay on the outside for 12 rounds, make it a boring-ass fight like you did Vladimir Klitschko. If Tyson Fury wants to win, this fight has to be boring. If Tyson Fury wants to be any fucking body, Bo, this fight, the fights that he's involved in have to be boring. All right? I made a video about Fury versus Klitschko, a prediction video, back in 2015 when the fight, I think it was like November 2015. Yeah.
I remember that.
I specifically told everybody then, I said, Tyson Fury's going to win this fight. It's going to be a nice, long, drawn-out, boring fight. Get ready to get mad. It's going to be boring. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he did. This is exactly what he's got to do against Deontay Wilder. If he fights Anthony Joshua, it's exactly what he got to do against Anthony Joshua. Anybody he fucking fights, this is exactly what he's got to do. Stay on the outside. You're the tallest heavyweight, I believe, at least of the elite heavyweights. You're the tallest. You have the longest reach. Stay on the fucking outside. How do you stay on the outside, Bo? You come in slimmer, right? You become more athletic. Very simple.
That's exactly what Anthony Joshua did against Andy Ruiz.
Exactly.
Came in slimmer. And we saw the difference in his ability to display his athleticism and performance in that fight than the first one.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. The Texan also say, y'all think it's a good idea for Fury to utilize southpaw in this one? I mean, so here's the deal. I have like a affinity for switch hitters, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a switch hitter is the hardest opponent to prepare for because it's like preparing for two fucking fighters in the same training camp. you got to prepare for orthodox, then you got to prepare for the southpaw, right? If the guy that you're fighting, like Terrence Crawford, for example, is just as good orthodox as he is southpaw and vice versa, that's like training for two cats, right? Tyson Fury, to me, is not as great southpaw as he is orthodox. I don't believe he's on an equal playing field, or how you say, right? And if you talk about other sports, ambidextrous. You talk about right, and he's not ambidextrous when it comes to boxing, in my opinion, right? Now, against Wilder, who's just fucking walking around with his right hand cocked, yeah, he could be effective. He can be. It's a different look, but at the same time, let me tell you this. Hold on, Bo, and let me get this in, because this might be your point. I'm not sure. But here's the problem. Tyson Fury opens himself up to the straight right hand from the southpaw position. Because for any southpaw out there, ask Manny Pacquiao when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, Tim Bradley, Floyd Mayweather, right? Ask him what punch was bothering him the most. It was the straight right hand from the southpaw position. So I would tell Tyson Fury, since you're not as good at southpaw as you are orthodox, I don't want you doing that. Even though I love giving different looks, I don't want you doing that because you'll fuck around and get caught. And Kenny Bayless, who's the referee in this one, he might not be as forgiving as Jack Reese was in that 12th round. Go ahead, Bo.
I was going to say, I don't want him to do it if you're talking about putting on weight, because it's his ability to switch safely without getting hit, getting caught while switching can also be affected. So if you're talking about putting on 274 pounds, I don't want to see you doing that, because it could also affect, like, the one thing about Terrence Crawford I love is when he switches, it's from a safe distance. A lot of guys, when they switch, they don't switch from that safe distance. And Terrence Crawford will pivot. Like, he'll be like this, then switch, he'll pivot. So, you know what I'm saying? He pivots. Tyson Fury, if he switches, he actually switches, moving his feet right in front of you. Yeah. And if he put weight, you don't do that if you're putting on weight, because it'll affect your ability to react if somebody throws a punch at you. Like when Kovalev did it with Ward. Remember Kovalev switched?
Yeah.
And as Kovalev tried to switch back, Ward caught his ass.
Yep. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So so I don't like that's a good example. I don't think Tyson Fury's that effective to where he will be able to elude the right hand better from the southpaw. Because this is what we're really looking at here, right? Is the right hand. We're not looking at anything else. I just said that Deontay Wilder has a great left hook, but I think Tyson Fury could take the left hook. Remember, when he got knocked down in the 12th and miraculously came back like the Undertaker, you know what I'm saying? And then got back to his fucking feet. Wilder attacked him again, hit him with a clean left hook. A clean one. Tyson Fury ate that. That's after the nigga just got resuscitated, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was, Jack Reese was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clear. You know what I'm saying? Clear. He resuscitated that nigga. He got back up and immediately took a left hook and ate it. So he could take Deontay Wilder's second best punch. He could take that. It's the right hand. So if you need to get away from the straight right hand, do not go southpaw.
I agree.
Let me go back to the chat, man. My man Lazo said if Wilder fought in any other era, he gets KO'd by counter mid-windmill. He's basically saying the heavyweights of yesteryear will be able to counter him while he's doing the windmill. I mean,
the thing about the windmill, he only does it when he got you hurt. So.
Yeah, that's when he does it. Yeah. If he feels like you hurt, he can make those kind of mistakes because he's hurt you to the point where you're in survival mode. You're not looking to counter a motherfucker, man. And that's a different anomaly there that you could say. If he were to hurt someone like, and I'll use a fighter who never was a champion in the 90s, Ika Biabuche, as I did earlier. If he were to hurt an Ika Biabuche, which is a fucking tall order, because David Tua couldn't even hurt that nigga, right? But let's just say, if he would have hurt Ika Biabuche, would Ika Biabuche have been able to sustain a windmill type of attack and be able to come back on Deontay Wilder? You know what I mean? Who knows? But at the end of the day, like Bo said, that's what he does that for. You're already in retreat mode. You're trying to get the fuck out the way. Now he's just like, fuck it, I can make all the mistakes I want. Ain't nothing coming back towards me. So, all right, man, let me go to the next one, man. Virtuoso said he could cut the fat off them wide punches, but his defense has holes. Seen him get countered too many times. Who you talking about? Tyson Fury? If you're talking about Tyson Fury, I've seen that too, actually. Like Steve Cunningham, for example. Right? Steve Cunningham did an excellent job. He actually knocked Fury down. And it was a counterpunch, if I'm not mistaken. That's how he got knocked down. When he fought Derek Chisora those 2 times, I believe the second time was kind of a wash, but the first time, yeah, he was getting caught in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Vladimir Klitschko came back in the 12th round of their fight. He lost 11 straight, but then in that 12th round, he actually caught Fury. Actually had Fury backing up.
That's what Fury grabbed him. He had him hurt.
Right. Fury wasn't backing up because he was standing on the outside. It's like Bo said, he had him hurt. You know what I'm saying? So if you're talking about Fury, absolutely. I've seen that several times, man. My man Foss, he said, 2K, you said before, but Bermane Stiverne was knocked down doing quadricep stretches. Hell yeah, nigga. Hell yeah. That nigga was working out them quad muscles, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he was doing, bro.
Hey, you know what's fucked up, though? Bermane Stiverne will ever be famous for that one goddamn mean moment. That one mean moment, he'll forever be famous.
Bro, this is how fucked up this is, man. I don't know if y'all niggas have ever tried that pose that he was in. It's literally a goddamn exercise to stretch out your quads, man. Right? Now, a lot of big fat niggas like Bermane Stiverne can't do that pose to save their life. This nigga Deontay Wilder knocked this nigga into a pose that he probably can't do if he tried.
No, he knocked the nigga into a pose that his body was so relaxed that when the nigga got up, he wasn't hurt. Yeah. Like, you should have been hurt. That big nigga, you should have been limping like, oh, shit. And like, everything should have been hurting on you at that moment, my nigga.
Yo,
your body was so relaxed. Your muscles like, look, fuck it. This is what we are. This is what we gonna do today.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, bro. Had that nigga in a P90X pose, nigga. That shit don't make no goddamn sense, man. Yo. All right, man. My man Virtuoso said, Wilder's solution to cutting down on all them unnecessary movement is to be still in the pocket with his feet wide apart. Throws a feint here and there to set up power punches. Right. I mean, and that's what he's doing, besides the fact that he's trying to set it up with the jab, right? That's pretty much Deontay Wilder in a nutshell, dog. He's standing there right in front of you. He might do a little bit of upper body movement, but nothing to where it's a situation where you're going to bite on anything, right? And he's really just pawing with the jab, waiting for you to open up. As soon as you open up, he throws the right hand. If he misses, rinse and repeat, try again. That's Deontay Wilder, man, right? But in this fight, and this is why the weight is such a fucking issue, bro. If he comes in 270, I'm going to be like, all right, man. I'm going to be watching Tyson Fury like very closely, bro, in the first 2 rounds, man. How is he moving? If he's able to move well at 270, if he comes in at that weight, then I'll be like, okay, then they have a correct game plan here, right? Mm-hmm. If he can't move, he's getting knocked the fuck out. He's getting knocked out, bro, if he can't move. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
So here's the deal. That's why movement is such a big thing for Deontay Wilder in this fight, because if he's feinting and providing angles like he did against Bermane Stiverne, that's going to trouble Tyson Fury. It will. The reason being is because look at the guys Tyson Fury has fought in his career. He's never actually fought anybody with the athleticism that Deontay Wilder actually possesses. He hasn't. If Deontay Wilder would just do what the fuck he knows how to do, bro, he has an advantage. He has
the only one he fought that's close to that was a Steve Cunningham that was a cruiserweight, and he wasn't that athletic as Deontay Wilder.
Right. Steve Cunningham as a cruiserweight moved well in the ring, but even in that situation, if you remember the knockout, that nigga tried to move out the way. That nigga Tyson Fury was like, nah, get your ass over here, nigga. Push him up against the ropes, and then hit him with a right hook, knocked him down. So he kind of like grabbed Steve Cunningham and threw him back in front of him so he wouldn't stop, so he stopped moving, and then hit him with the right hook, knocked him out, right? So he had to physically grab Steve Cunningham to keep this nigga from moving. Deontay Wilder can move like this, man. He has the ability. And that's what pisses me off a lot about Deontay Wilder and Mark Breland. That's what pisses me off. Get this motherfucker doing. Listen, dog, it's only an advantage, Bo, for him to actually tap into his skill set. It's an advantage.
It's a huge advantage.
It's not a disadvantage at any front, my nigga. It's a fucking advantage if he taps into his skill set.
You know what's crazy? You know what pissed me off is if you watch the Stavern fight, when he had him hurt and Deontay did that move like that, he did it so quick, dog, that Bermain couldn't respond. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is if he uses that athleticism, he can do a feint so fast that even if you semi-go for it, he can counter you.
Yeah.
But he has to tap into that ability. That's the thing that irks me about him is like his feints are so fast, his reflexes are so fast because he's light. He's 6'9", 220 pounds. He's light, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't carry a lot of weight. That's why his refresher rate is excellent for a guy like he's for him to stay in shape. His body fat got to be low as shit. But he moves so fast with his feints that if he really tapped into it, he can feint and counter your ass if you go for it.
Sure can. And that's another thing. Deontay Wilder actually has decent hand speed. His hand speed ain't slow at all.
No, at all.
But the fact that he's only thinking about setting up one punch slows him down tremendously.
That's very true. That's very true.
Tremendously,
because throwing a right hand should be it should be an instinct and a reaction. It shouldn't be a thought out process. When you're thinking out the process, it slows you down, and you're right about that. Like when you're thinking about what to do, it slows you down from doing it because you're thinking about it so hard. Okay, should I go now? Okay, yeah.
yeah. Right. And I submit, and this is why movement for Tyson Fury is so key to me. Because in that first fight, Tyson Fury got caught both of those times because he was too close to Deontay Wilder, right? He was at mid-range distance. Well, if you're at mid-range fucking distance, Deontay Wilder has all the extension he needs on that fucking right hand, right? And he has all the extension he needs to follow up with whatever he hit you with after the right hand, right? That's why you saw the right hand, left hook combination in that 12th round that knocked him down, right? In that 9th round, that's why you saw that punch that knocked him down, right? Tyson Fury was standing there at mid-range distance and got caught, fam. Listen, if he's moving around the ring like he did against Vladimir Klitschko, that won't happen. There will be a lot of missed opportunities by Deontay Wilder if he's moving around the ring. So in essence, movement is key for both of these guys, bro. But the game plan for Tyson Fury is easier in my opinion because he does have the height and reach advantage. All he really needs to worry about doing is circling to Deontay Wilder's left, right? Staying on the outside, popping the fucking jab whenever Deontay Wilder overcommits, because this is something that Deontay Wilder does. When he feels like he can't reach you, he'll bulldoze his way in.
Yeah.
If he feels like he can't reach you, he'll bulldoze his way in. When he's bulldozing his way in, counterpunch, step back out. Get the fuck out of range. Counter that nigga, get the fuck back out. This should be a boring, easy game plan for Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder's game plan is a little bit more difficult because if Tyson Fury is moving, right, then he's got to utilize much more technique and trying to get to his opponent. The problem with that is Deontay Wilder hasn't utilized the kind of technique he needs to utilize, and as Bo said, in over 5 years. That's the problem. Can he revert back to that on this day, fight?
It's too late. It's too late.
Right.
It's too late. And here's something else too that I want to bring up when we talk about this fight. One of the bad things for a guy like Deontay Wilder, when you're a puncher, one of the bad things that you don't want to do as a puncher is think. Punchers don't like thinking. Mm-hmm. If you put Deontay Wilder, like you said, Tyson, they don't like thinking and they don't like chasing. So that's why coming in 274 is wrong for me. Because if you're moving and you're causing this dude to have to chase you and think, that's advantage you. When Deontay Wilder is successful is when he don't have to chase you and when he don't have to really think about what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. That is when he is most successful in every fight. Yeah, when he fought Spilka. Think about when he fought Spilka. He gauged him, pow! Because Spilka was coming at him. Yeah. So he didn't have to think, didn't have to move.
That was beautiful too.
Gauge.
Yep. But look, that was beautiful, but it took too long. It was fucking Archer Spilka, nigga. Yeah. Arthur Spilka's the same nigga that was getting his ass whooped by a D-level fighter in Mike Mallow. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas probably don't even know who Mike Mallow is. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Spilka was getting fucked up by Mike Mallow until in both of those fights, he ended up knocking Mike Mallow out, right? I believe Arthur Spilka's first loss was against Bo's Cuban brethren, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it Mike Perez? His first loss?
Yeah, it was. Mike Perez.
Yeah. Nigga, where the fuck is Mike Perez today?
It was a big tournament.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga was losing the WBS tournament in the first fucking round, right? So, that's what I'm saying, dog. It was Arthur Spilka. The fight, at that point, when he knocked Arthur Spilka out, dog, I had to fight a draw. I should not have had that fight a draw.
No,
it should have been a wash for Deontay Wilder, bro. So it took him too long to actually set that punch up, man. Right? While he was doing it pretty much from round 1 against Bermane Stiverne in the first fight. That's what I'm saying. Deontay Wilder has regressed. That's a problem, man. Especially when he doesn't have to have regressed. He still has the ability. You know what I'm saying? Brian Jennings. Thank you, J.R. Bell. It was Brian Jennings. It wasn't Mike Pettit. It was Brian Jennings. I knew it was one of them B-level niggas. You know what I'm saying? He one of them B-minus level niggas. C-plus level niggas. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder had a draw with this nigga by the time he knocked him out, man. Bro. That's not what I need to see from Deontay Wilder, man. Real talk, man.
I agree 100%. Listen, man, when you fight, we're going to see if, and I said the best thing that happens to Deontay Wilder if he fights an elite level dude where that right hand don't get him out of there, because then it'll make him realize, hopefully it'll make him realize, I got to do more. Right? So we'll find out Saturday, because I haven't seen no sparring, anything like that. So we'll find out Saturday, but Tyson Fury coming in 274 is the wrong game plan. And if Deontay Wilder comes in this fight thinking to himself, all I got to do is get to this motherfucker, that's definitely the wrong fucking game plan. Yep. Like, if you didn't learn from the first fight that you got to do more than get to this motherfucker, then I really don't know what to like. I would question what this motherfucker's telling you. You got a bunch of yes men with you, because somebody should tell you, listen, you saw what happened in the first fight? You needed more than that to get this motherfucker out of there, right? So we got to work on some shit. At the very least, let's work on the basics, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly.
At the very least, let's work on the fucking basics.
My man CMD Boxing Reports made a good point. He said Wilder is aiming to open up that cut over Fury's eye.
That's a good point. That's a
good point, but I don't like that either. I don't need you focusing on anything. We don't know. Listen, it's scar tissue. That's a fact. But we don't know how well that scar tissue had healed up. On top of us not knowing how well it healed up, if you're aiming to do one thing against a Tyson Fury, listen, everything is dependent on Tyson Fury moving. You know what I'm saying? This whole goddamn fight, Bo, is dependent on Tyson Fury moving and having the stamina to do so for 12 rounds. If Tyson Fury's not moving, or starts off moving and then stops moving somewhere midway into the fight, Deontay Wilder has the edge. It is Deontay Wilder's night, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
If Tyson Fury is moving from the opening round, then we get to round 7 and he's still moving and he doesn't look tired, it's a long night for Deontay Wilder. In that second scenario, I do not need Deontay Wilder looking to open up a cut. I need Deontay Wilder utilizing his skill set. The only thing he needs to be focused on is, all right, bet. I need to move with Tyson Fury. I need to jab to his body to keep him from utilizing the fucking ring. I need to utilize my feints, and I need to give angles. That's what I need him focused on. Not no fucking eye that may or may not open back up. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
So,
but then too, you don't want Deontay Wilder focusing on one thing, because he has shown, especially when he focuses on landing the right hand, that when he focuses on that one thing, he does nothing else.
Yeah.
So there are other things he could be doing. Like if his focus is the eye, then how you focus? Like, how do you get to the eye? Well, you got to open him up. How you open him up? Jabbing to the body, moving, feints. Those are ways that you get to that. Don't just focus solely on the eye. Like, that's actually what Otto Wilder's big mistake was. He was focusing on the eye. He forgot everything that set it up.
Sure did.
Man, set it the fuck up.
Yep. Oh, the motherfucker was happy. Oh my God! Hey guys, you see what I did against Tyson Fury? Do you see this? That's what happened. I'm going for broke. That's what the fuck that's what he did, bro. That's what he did, bro. You know? You can't do that shit against Tyson Fury, man. And Tyson Fury was, in my opinion, purposely fighting the wrong fight because he was trying to make the fight, I don't want to say he's trying to make the fight competitive, but he was trying to make the fight interesting so people can stop shitting on him type of opponents he was picking. Tyson Fury doesn't fight like that. Since when have you seen Tyson Fury fight like that, man? You know what I'm saying? So this is another thing. A lot of cats was coming to me. They was like, yo, after what I seen against Otto Wallen, nigga, oh man, Deontay Wilder knocks him out. I'm like, hold on, fam. Tyson Fury's he shouldn't fight Deontay Wilder the way he fought Otto Wallen. Otto Wallen was a non-threat. All right? Deontay Wilder executes a game plan that forces his opponents to understand that they got to stay on the outside, bro. You know what I'm saying? His game plan is forced to the degree where his opponents realize, all right, I got to stay on the outside. You know what I'm saying? If I get in the mid-range distance, I'm going to get knocked the fuck out. If I get close to him, I have an opportunity, a la Eric Molina, right? But check this out. Eric Molina was getting close to Deontay Wilder and hitting him with a lot of uppercuts on the inside, right?
Yes, he was.
But Tyson Fury don't fight like that. So it's either you get real close to Deontay Wilder or you get way back and utilize movement. Tyson Fury is the second guy. He's not the first.
No, I agree with that.
So, yeah, don't expect him to come in there fighting Deontay Wilder like Otto Wallen. If he does that and wins, I will be highly surprised, bro, if he does that and wins. But the game plan is fucking easy, bro. Stay on the outside. Utilize your goddamn reach, man. All right, man, let me go to the chat real quick. This whole Day of Reckoning, I had to put this up there because a lot of niggas is going to read the motherfucking title and be like, what's this Day of Reckoning? What is he talking about? A lot of dumb niggas out here, bro. Listen. The reason why it's the Day of Reckoning is because there's two different situations. Look at this definition here, right? And just look at the bottom. A testing time when the degree of one's success or failure will be revealed. The reason why it's the Day of Reckoning for Deontay Wilder is because the majority of people who are, let's say, Deontay Wilder detractors, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to Gennady Golovkin. Very similar. Deontay Wilder detractors, right? They basically say Deontay Wilder's fought 43 fights. He's only fought 2 motherfuckers. And only beat one of those 2. No, I agree with that, bro. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Who else has he fought besides Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, and then I'll give him Bermain Stavern.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, I'll give him. The only reason why I'm giving him Bermain Stavern in the first fight is because Stavern was the WBC champion. Yeah. That's how Wilder got the belt, right? So I got to give him that one. But other than that, Gerald Washington's trash. Dominic Brazil is trash, right? Fucking Malik Scott, trash. What's that nigga with the motherfucking rolled up head? Nigga, the top of his head looked like a pack of sausages, nigga. The fuck was his name, dog? Damn, it's right there, bro. His name is right there. He knocked a tall heavyweight, undefeated, knocked him out. Can't think of his name, bro. Top of the nigga head looked like a pack of sausages, nigga. It's all rolled up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Kelvin Price. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
Kelvin Price. Trash, right? Sergey Likovich, a long time ago, was a decent contender. When Deontay Wilder fought him, trash. You know what I'm saying? Eric Molina, trash. I don't care that he beat Tomas Adamek, I believe it was. He was trash, right? Johan Duhaupas, I don't care that he went on to beat Robert fucking Helenius. He was trash.
Trash. Those aren't the you should be fighting when you got 40 fights. I agree. Those are the guys
hold on. I ain't done yet, nigga. Chris Arreola, trash. I ain't done yet.
Wait, but hold on. Arreola wasn't his fault. He was a replacement fighter.
For Alexander Povetkin, I understand that. But understand what they did. They took Carlos Takam out the rankings and inserted Chris Arreola so Wilder could fight Chris Arreola. That's what they did. Because Carlos Takam was ranked number 9 at that time. They took him out, put Ariola at 9, then said, all right, cool, y'all niggas can fight for the WBC title. Fuck out of here, man. So, I agree with that statement, dog. 43 fights.
Mm-hmm.
People say he's only fought 2 guys. I'm going to add a 3rd guy and remain firm because he was a WBC champion. So you've got 3 meaningful fights. 2 of them he only won. Or 3 meaningful fighters. I don't want to say fights. 2 of those fighters he actually beat. The other one he drew against and arguably lost, right? So the day of reckoning for Deontay Wilder is this. A lot of motherfuckers are going to be waiting to see were they correct in their assessment in which Deontay Wilder is just a guy that's just been getting by with his straight right hand, right? It's just a guy who's been fighting a bunch of washed up bum-ass C, D, F level fucking fighters, right? And the one time he stepped in the ring with a real elite fighter, because remember, the Deontay Wilder detractors still say that Luis Ortiz was too old to be elite. Me and you say he was an elite heavyweight. Absolutely. We give Wilder 100% credit for both of those wins, right? But the Deontay Wilder detractors, they say, well, Luis Ortiz is 87 years old. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give him credit for that win. They're calling Tyson Fury a true elite fighter. So they say when he steps up against a true elite fighter, right, he was going to lose. This is what they're saying. He's a paper champion that got off, or that basically his career kicked off on fighting bum-ass niggas behind a straight right hand and couldn't measure up against an elite heavyweight. That's what they're going to say. That's Wilder's day of reckoning. It will either be a failure that's revealed on his part or a failure in an assessment that's revealed on the part of the fans. Tyson Fury's day of reckoning is this. Fury was always a boring-ass heavyweight. These are the Fury detractors. He was always a boring-ass heavyweight, right? Yeah, a little bit of skill, but he was never really that good. Face it, this is the same motherfucker that punched himself in the face. Right? You know what I'm saying? This is the same motherfucker that punched himself in the face, right? But the coke binge, the outside influences, right? You know what I'm saying? Sniffing that Monica Lewinsky, all that shit, right? He was never really the guy that a lot of motherfuckers thought he was, right? The Vladimir Klitschko win was a fluke. It was a boring fight, and he ran the whole fight. If he gets in there with a live body, not a Vladimir Klitschko that had no idea how to fight on the inside. Hell, Vladimir Klitschko almost doesn't know how to fight at mid-range distance. Vladimir Klitschko needs to be on the outside, setting up everything behind that jab, right? Beautiful jab, but setting it up behind that jab, right? If you get too close to Vladimir Klitschko, you don't know what to do. If you're on the outside, moving around the ring, he don't know what to do. So, if Tyson Fury gets in the ring with a guy like Deontay Wilder, who has the athleticism, has that fucking great equalizer, right? Remember, Tyson Fury was knocked down by a fucking cruiserweight. And that's another thing the detractors say. Tyson Fury fights nothing but cruiserweights. And say that too, right? To an extent. You know what I'm saying? Not wrong. You guys fought some cruiserweights. He got some cruiserweights on his resume.
Because a lot of detractors also say the only elite level guy he fought was Vladimir Klitschko.
That's it. And they said he ran the whole fight. They don't give him credit for Derek Chisora at all. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. The day of reckoning for Tyson Fury is this. Not only has he been able to recover from his coke binge and all the other outside influences, right? Can he actually withstand the power of a true fucking heavyweight? Can he actually look good against a guy that has the athleticism of a Deontay Wilder? And if he can, then maybe he really is a true champion. This is the day of reckoning for both of these motherfuckers, man. What do you think about that shit, man?
You know, my only thing is the Deontay Wilder detractors who are, remember when Wilder first fought Fury, they didn't think he was elite. And I remember arguing with a bunch of them motherfuckers about that. The detractors did not think Tyson Fury was elite. Right. They was like, he's fighting Pianetta and Nona Coke. They was dismissing Tyson Fury altogether. It wasn't until after Wilder fought him that they was like, oh, now he's elite. And the same thing with Luis Ortiz. The fucking detractors was the ones when Ortiz was with Eddie Hearn was calling for Wilder to fight him.
Right.
They were trying to fight him. They're like, oh, he's old. And then on the flip side for Tyson Fury, the detractors, Tyson Fury detractors, right, never, ever, ever gave him credit at all as a champion because of his coke binge after Vladimir Klitschko and his rematch. He didn't go through with the rematch with Klitschko. Then he followed up with not going through with Wilder. I mean, he's going through it with now, right?
Right.
And so for me, I agree. It's a day of reckoning for both of these guys because both guys have something to prove. They at the end of the day, they both have something to prove. Now, me personally, I feel Wilder has more to prove than Tyson Fury.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because you've had 40 fights, and the guys that you start fighting toward the 37 range are guys that many people felt you should have been fighting in toward the 20-something range.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that shit 100%.
Right? Okay. And like you said, a lot of people feel that the promotion of Deontay Wilder, the push of Deontay Wilder, they look at him and they say he isn't exactly what an American heavyweight should be. A guy that doesn't have any skill, which he has skill. We said he does. He just doesn't show it, right? And a dude that apparently switched from being this nice guy that was fighting because of his daughter's spina bifida to playing the villain. So they feel like he's fake. So he has a lot, right? So he has a lot more to prove to me than Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's already been a character. Everybody knows this motherfucker's a character. You don't really take him seriously, but you enjoy watching the motherfucker. He's going to entertain you, right? So if Deontay Wilder loses, even though he loses to the best heavyweight, not like losing to a dude that's overweight coming off a 4-week training camp, he loses to the best heavyweight, it will always be a question mark by his name about he was never that fucking good. So it's more important for him to win and win convincingly because even if let's say it's a close fight and people felt Tyson Fury won, but he gets the decision, he will never get that respect from his detractors. He has to win by knockout. So for me, it's more of a thing where Deontay has more to prove than Tyson Fury. Because you don't really expect nothing, like honestly speaking, you don't really expect nothing from Tyson Fury. Even in the first fight, you didn't expect that much from Tyson Fury, right? But if he goes in there and he does good and he looks good and he does all these things, then you're like, damn, man, that motherfucker's good. So, and it's a day of reckoning for Tyson Fury. Why? Because you finally proved to everybody the fame and the glory you should have gotten when you beat Klitschko. The fame and the glory that Anthony Joshua got, the embracing of his country that he never got, that Joshua got for beating the dude he beat early. He finally can go back home and say, listen, look, I did it. I beat a top dude in his fucking prime, and I did it in an exciting fucking way.
Good point. Very good fucking point. And you know, that's maybe why.
Shit at live.
Look, and that's maybe why Tyson Fury is talking about 3 fights and he's gone, right? His thing is, look, man, I don't really need to fight anybody else but Deontay Wilder, fucking maybe Tyson, Anthony Joshua, and then somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And whatever order it comes in, right? After Deontay Wilder, for example, whatever order it comes in, those are the only fights I need to fight to say I'm the greatest heavyweight of this era, right? Besides Vladimir Klitschko and Lennox Lewis. I mean, it depends on what you define as this era, right?
Fury don't even think he even needs to fight Anthony Joshua, and I think that might be due to the fact Joshua lost to Ruiz.
Well, he mentioned that he does want to fight Anthony Joshua. The only thing is he's not willing to give Anthony Joshua no fucking 60-40 split. He wants 60-40. He wants the bigger piece of the pie if he were to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua, especially if he beats Deontay Wilder. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I know we got an article at 3 Kings where he's like, man, I don't even care about Joshua or Undisputed.
Yeah. He did say that, but I think Tyson. Okay, so let me tell you this. He doesn't care about Joshua or Undisputed, right? He did say that. You're absolutely right. That's one of the most recent articles we published. But he also said he has 3 fights left. Who the fuck is he gonna fight then? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, I got 3 fights left, nigga.
One time and 2 more who the fucks.
Yeah, nigga, Deontay Wilder, nigga, Carlos Takam, you know what I'm saying? And Rydell Booker, nigga. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Yo, what the fuck did you get right there? Rydell Booker, nigga.
I'm just saying. It's gotta be
like, I'm gonna keep it in the family. I'm gonna get Demarius Wilder after this. I'm gonna get
Marcellus Wilder, all the Wilders out there. I'm gonna get all them niggas. Yeah. But here's the deal, bro. Listen, it's gotta be Anthony Joshua is one of those 3 fights. I'm thinking it's a trilogy with Deontay Wilder is one of them. Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. That's what I'm thinking. I think Dillian White will come before Anthony Joshua. But that's what I'm thinking. It will be something to that effect, bro. You know what I'm saying? So while he's saying don't care about Undisputed and Anthony Joshua, the motherfucker, if you're going to fight 3 fights after this fight, Anthony Joshua's got to be one of those names. It's not going to be 5 fucking fights with fucking Deontay Wilder in total. You know what I'm saying?
What you think about Manny Pacquiao?
Right. Exactly. Nigga, you ain't Manny Pacquiao. Nigga, you can't get away with that shit. Exactly. I guarantee you, bro. Look, if this fight is a draw, niggas gonna lose interest. How much you want to bet? If this fight ends up being a draw, niggas lose interest. All right, man. Fuck it. I don't want to see it no more. Guarantee it, bro. Because it's got to be another one. It's got to be another one like the first one in order for it to be a draw. If it's a draw, it's got to be just like the first one, dog. Got to be some knockdowns for Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What if it is, though, man? Like, what if Deontay knocks him down 3 times? You know what I'm just saying, what if it is, dog? What if it is like that first one?
If it's like that first one, man, Tyson Fury's in trouble. I don't think Deontay Wilder loses the fight if Deontay Wilder gets I don't think Wilder loses the fight if he gets multiple knockdowns in the rematch. I don't think he loses.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think Wilder loses if he gets multiple knockdowns, dog. They not. Nah, bro. And this is it. Even if it could literally be the same fucking fight, bro. I don't think he loses. I think he gets it by a point if he gets 2 knockdowns again, right?
I agree with that.
And you said 3 knockdowns, nigga. He might win the shit walking away. Yo, judges are fucking
around. Man, this motherfucker over, goddamn.
Yeah, nigga. Judges fucking around and change their scorecard, nigga. You know what? I know I gave Wilder the first round, but that knockdown in round 10, I'm gonna give Wilder. I mean, I know I gave Fury that first round. I'm gonna get Wilder the first round now. That knockdown in round 10 was a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. The nigga fuck around, walk away with the fight, bro. So it is what it is, man. All right, let me go to the chat. I was supposed to go to the chat a long ass time ago, man. They talking all sorts of shit. Let me say what Law Zoe said. He said, "Yo, if Wilder has any kind of IQ, the money punch is the uppercut. Fury would duck that right hand after the jab, even when it wasn't coming feint. Jab, feint, the right, catch him with the uppercut." So here's the problem with that. Fury needs to be close. Fury needs to be close enough to Deontay Wilder. If Fury executes the correct game plan, Wilder's not going to be able to get off that uppercut, man. You know what I'm saying? I see what he's saying. He's right, but in close quarters.
Yeah, I agree. When Wilder landed the right hand, I think it might have been the 12th. And even when Vladimir Klitschko landed, Fury has a tendency, the only flaw, and you're right about this, is Fury has a tendency when you coming to attack him with a punch and you're close enough for it to land, he does this shit right here.
Yeah.
And I remember when Vladimir Klitschko landed, hit him right on the side, and I said he should have threw the fucking uppercut. And he has that tendency. Problem is, Wilder isn't the dude that thinks uppercut. He did it with Ortiz, but Ortiz was so goddamn low down, that shit was obvious. Uppercut.
Right there. Yeah. I mean, he was right there in the pocket, hurt, and he had his head down. It was like, okay, uppercut, nigga. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instinct.
Yeah, I don't think with Deontay Wilder, and I'm not gonna say it's an IQ thing. I just think with him, it's an instinctive thing that the right hand. So I don't think it's instinctive for him to automatically think uppercut. You know. And honestly speaking, most tall fighters, that's how it really is with most tall fighters. Anthony Joshua is the anomaly because he thinks uppercut.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I like what he's saying. I mean, Lozo's not wrong.
No, he's not.
But it's just it's the placement of where Tyson Fury needs to be. You know, there's been a lot of comments, man. I'm losing the fucking comments.
In the building.
Hold on, I'm losing control of the comments, man. But somebody further up said something to the effect of, I think it was Lozo actually. Tyson Fury getting knocked down in that 9th round, basically with the right hand. And my thing was, you got to look at the position of Tyson Fury when that knockdown happened, right? Tyson Fury wasn't on the outside. He was caught at mid-range distance. That's been my point. When Tyson Fury went down both those times, he had trouble circling back out, right? He had trouble getting back out from mid-range to close distance and ended up getting caught. Mm-hmm. If he's moving consistently, that won't happen. Mm-hmm. And he avoids getting knocked down.
Well, you know how that happened, right? Tyson Fury, although he's a good mover, he makes the mistakes that all classic mover makes, right? He knows every square inch of the ring. Think Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. He knows every square inch of the ring. He knows how far back he had to go before he hits the rope. And what happens is, when he got caught in the 9th and in the 12th, he didn't want to take that step back to pin himself up against the ropes. And he got caught. Same thing with Floyd. Floyd was already close enough to the ropes. He don't want to step back and pin himself up against the ropes, and then at the end of that bell, Maidana wound up catching Floyd with a punch.
Right.
Movers make that mistake classically. When I used to fight guys on the inside, I would always watch for them to stop, and I would say, yo, this motherfucker know he close to the ropes. He ain't gonna take that step back.
Right.
And so I would jump on him.
My man Virtuoso said Fury detractors have to walk back their statements of calling Fury overrated if they want to legitimize Wilder's resume. I'll also say this. This is something niggas not talking about, man. A lot of Fury detractors and Wilder fans, they like to dismiss Tyson Fury as the lineal champion. Now, here's the deal. 3 Kings is always consistent. This is why we do not take sides. Because when I fucking say something, man, I can always bring it up from the past and be like, nigga, I said this, and I'm saying this today. I said back like 3 Kings podcast number 12 or some shit, Tyson Fury is not the lineal champion. He retired. So if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder is not the lineal champion. I've been saying this. Now for the fans of Deontay Wilder, they're going to have to do a switch up, fam. Right? Because when Tyson Fury is announced as the lineal champion on a Top Rank / ESPN live broadcast while he's being walked out to face Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen, oh, them boys was going crazy, my nigga. What? That motherfucker ain't no motherfucking lineal champion, punk ass bitch motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Here's the deal.
Come to me, please.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I want that same energy if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury. I don't want to hear no lineal championship talk from those niggas if that motherfucker beats Tyson Fury. Now, if you was out here in these streets, right, saying Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. Yeah, I rock with Deontay Wilder. That's my motherfucking dude. And Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. If you've been doing that and Wilder wins and you say Wilder's the lineal champion now, I have no problem. You stayed consistent. You know what I'm saying? You stayed consistent. I'm letting you niggas know now. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you motherfuckers know now. I don't want to hear no lineal fucking talk if Deontay Wilder defeats Tyson Fury, because a whole bunch of people have been saying Tyson Fury's not the lineal champion, dog. Go ahead, man.
Now, I'm glad you're here. You're my witness. And whatever episode we had, I said it then. I said, because ESPN, Tyson Fury, have been promoting this shit about the lineal champion, if Deontay Wilder win, I'll call him WBC lineal motherfucking champion, because that's what y'all was promoting. You remember I said that.
Yep.
Now, but the flip side of that is this. The reason why you can't call him the lineal champion, even if you want to, even if you want to say they're promoting it, even if the Deontay Wilder fanboys want to switch it up, the reason why you can't switch it up, Deontay Wilder himself said that was a bullshit belt.
Sure did.
He himself said an invisible belt that don't mean nothing.
Bam. That's it. Yep.
So because he said it.
Yep. Exactly. Deontay Wilder himself. Very.
I'll say it. If he wins, I'll say it one time for the sake of the fact that I said, hey man, if that nigga win and ESPN was promoting it, I'm gonna call that nigga that. And I'm gonna say it one time.
Yep.
It'll be on this show. I'll never say it again. But all you Wilder lovers,
Right.
because
Right.
your boy said that belt don't mean shit.
Right. Exactly. Here's the deal. You just made an excellent point. Far better than any of the points I made. Deontay Wilder absolutely did say the lineal championship ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't recognize it. Right? So, you're absolutely right. With him not recognizing it, I don't expect anybody else to recognize it. I won't be calling him lineal champ because I'm staying consistent and saying Fury's not the lineal champ. And let me
I'll say
answer.
Ring Magazine champ because I think that belt's on the line in this fight.
Well, Ring Magazine is that used to coincide with lineal. Don't coincide with lineal no more. We figured that out already, right?
Yep.
So it don't even coincide no more. Check this out. I'm gonna answer J.R. Bell's question, right? He said, here's the thing, the lineal champ is the man who beat the man. You're absolutely right until you retire.
Yeah.
When you retire, it resets. That's what happened with Tyson Fury. He retired, right? And if I'm not mistaken, Vladimir Klitschko, who the fuck did he have to beat? Vladimir Klitschko was never lineal.
His brother was Vitaly.
Vladimir was never lineal. Vladimir was a unified champion that never became lineal.
Yeah, his brother was. His brother was lineal, and Vitaly was lineal. Vladimir had the Ring Magazine belt.
So here's the deal.
Both of them niggas. So.
Well, here's the deal. I know Lennox Lewis was lineal because Lennox Lewis defeated. So this is how it started. George Foreman was lineal, right? Then what's your boy's name? Fuck, damn nigga. Why Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs beat George Foreman. He became lineal, right? Then Shannon Briggs lost to Lennox Lewis. That's how Lennox Lewis became lineal. J.R. Bell, when did Vlad beat Lennox Lewis? That didn't happen. Vladimir Klitschko never beat Lennox Lewis, dog.
He lost that fight.
No, Vladimir didn't fight Lennox Lewis. It was Vitaly. So Vladimir and I don't think Vitaly was lineal either, my nigga. Nobody defeated Lennox Lewis to become lineal, right? Now Lennox Lewis retired. It reset. So let me say this: Vladimir Klitschko defeated. I'm gonna have to look that shit up, dog. Who did?
I remember it. I remember there was a picture of both of them. Vitaly was lineal.
Yeah.
Vladimir had the ring belt, and I remember there's a picture of them niggas leaning on the ropes with the fucking belts up there.
Yeah, hold on a second, man. I gotta look this shit up, cause J.R. Bell got a point. He got a point. Hold on.
When Vitaly retired, it reset. And how did Vladimir get? Who did he beat to get that motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm about to look it up right now. I can't remember, bro. And this is one of the biggest problems with the whole lineal championship status, because to be honest with you, dog, it's all opinionated, right? Mm-hmm. There's no official governing body that's looking over who's lineal champ and who's not, right?
That's very true.
But it's all opinionated. What's widely recognized is that if you retire, it has to reset, right? And that's what happened with, you know what I'm saying, with Lennox Lewis. It reset. Vladimir did become lineal. I take that back. Excuse me. Vladimir did become lineal because
was it Chris Butler?
No, because Lennox Lewis retired, right? Vladimir had to beat somebody.
No, Vitaly became lineal. And then when Vitaly retired, Vladimir fought somebody to become lineal.
Here's the deal. Vladimir had to become lineal because Tyson Fury became lineal, Bo.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Vladimir became lineal when his brother Vitaly retired.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Who'd he beat?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, okay, yeah.
But Vitaly didn't beat Lennox Lewis. How the fuck would he have became lineal? Because hold on,
Somebody, I don't know who the hell he fought, because he fought won the WBC title and fought somebody, and for whatever reason, that motherfucker was lineal.
so it would have had to have been man, though, I'm looking at it right now. It would have had to have been either Povetkin. Yeah, maybe Povetkin. It would have had to have been Povetkin. I don't know, man. Ruslan. Yeah. Good shit, Branch. Ruslan Shagayev. That's who
Vitaly beat?
Yeah. That's who Vladimir beat. Ruslan Shagayev. I remember that. Good shit. Virtuoso said Corey Sanders. I don't think it was Corey Sanders.
No, Corey Sanders had beat Vladimir, and Vitaly fought him after that.
No, it was Ruslan Shagayev. I remember that. It was Ruslan Shagayev. That's how Vladimir became lineal, and he held on to that, and then Tyson Fury ended up defeating him. He became lineal. Yeah, Jared Bell, I think you're right. Vitaly was never lineal. He never got lineal status. I don't think he ever got it. But
well, you know what? One of them. Well, maybe he had the ring belt, because I remember if there was a picture of them two niggas leaning on the thing, and it might have been the ring belt because he had the green belt and some other belt. And then you saw Vladimir with the other three. So, yeah, he might have had that ring belt. Because I remember that shit like, how the fuck this nigga get that shit?
Yeah, right. And that could have been a time back then where the ring was coinciding with Lineal Championship. To be honest with you, there's really no fucking timeline in which Ring Magazine could tell us when they stopped coinciding with Lineal. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right about that. They can't.
At some point, it just stopped, right? So... but yeah, no, JR Bell is right. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about nobody else's list, nigga. Motherfucking Bronson, cyberboxing. I don't give a fuck about them.
Right. You're right. Because
you're right, though.
He's right, because I do remember Vitaly. It might have been the ring, because there's a picture of them two niggas, and you can see Vitaly with his the green belt and that some other belt, and then you see Vladimir with all them. But I do remember Vladimir was lineal. I just don't remember who he beat to be fucking lineal.
Yeah, well, I remember. Well, he beat Ruslan Shagayev. I remember that now. That when Pudangle's Branch put that in here, that's when it clicked. I remember it was Ruslan Shagayev. I remember that fight, and he held on to that until he lost to Tyson Fury. So that's how he got the lineal, or that's how Tyson Fury ended up getting the lineal. But the problem here is he retired. It resets. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. That would have been for lineal if that fight would have ever been made. It would have been talking about Tyson Fury becoming lineal, you know, or at least being lineal now, and it come back 3 years after he fucking retired, right? It wouldn't have been that way. They would have already renamed lineal if Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, that fight would have been fucking made.
Yeah. That's true.
So, since that fight was never made, it was easy for Top Rank and Frank Warren to jump back on that whole lineal shit. Easy for them to do it. Well, shit, y'all niggas never actually found a new lineal champion. Tyson Fury's back. Well, he's a lineal champion. That's what they did. That's what they did.
That's what they did. Because you're right. They never fought. They never officially, like, think about it. There's no official list that tells you that shit reset. So who the fuck knows? You know, it's not like it's a governing body that comes out and says, oh, no, we reset it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that, like I said, there needs to be an official governing body watching over lineal status, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the definition of lineal champion, it really doesn't fucking apply, right? Because think about it this way, fellas. If it's the man who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man, etc., right? Well then, if lineal status happened to have started back in like 1842, right? And then some nigga back then had never lost and retired, well, then it's dead back then. It can never be revived. Yep. You see what I'm saying?
Nobody beat the man.
Nobody beat the man. He fucking retired and died off, nigga. So that means lineal status is dead back then. It can never be revived, right? So basically, over time, we've had to kind of rework the definition. Well, you know, if a nigga retires, then it resets. You know, if a guy's been off on a layoff for so long, it resets.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'll give you one if a nigga move up in weight, because Terrence Crawford was undisputed, lineal. He leaves 140. So you can't say it's the man that beat the man no more.
Right, that's the other thing, yeah. Well, that was the other stipulation. If they move weight classes, it resets. That was the other stipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Layoffs, retirement, moving weight class, right? Those are the stipulations. That's how we're reworking the definition as it pertains to today, right? Now, I agree with the moving weight classes.
And I Ward and never lost his lineal status at 175 because he went down the weight.
168.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So here's the deal. I agree with the whole idea of moving weight classes. It's got to be reset, right? Because Terrence Crawford will never go back to 135, right? He'll never go back to 140. So how do we reestablish another lineal champion, right? The whole fucking definition of lineal champion is flawed. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to be honest with you, to an extent, I like the idea of lineal champion. It's great. It's a great concept, right? It's never going to defeat or be a higher prestige than undisputed, because undisputed, we have something actually governing that. 4 championship belts govern that, right? We actually have something tangible, or at least physical, let me say that, something physical, right? That's backing undisputed champion, right? But lineal, there's nothing backing it, right? It's all a mental thing. Who do you really believe is lineal? You know, it could be anybody's opinion at who's lineal, who's not, right?
Right.
I like the concept, but we need to back the shit somehow. Ring Magazine was backing it at one point, then somehow that shit faded off. I wish we can go back to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's got to back it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is, here's the thing, and I remember when Mike Tyson was undisputed, and they was fucking with Tyson saying, yeah, you're undisputed, but you're not lineal. You know who was lineal? Spinks. They said,
yeah.
so
Yep.
you being undisputed don't mean shit until you beat that nigga.
Michael Spinks was lineal. Exactly. That's actually how, you're absolutely right. That's actually how Mike Tyson became lineal.
Yep.
Beat Michael Spinks. Exactly. Michael Spinks became lineal because he beat Larry Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely right.
So for me, when it comes to lineal, I think that should be only reserved for heavyweights, because in that aspect, you can be the man that beat the man. But in the other weight divisions, if a guy moves up and all of that, then you.
But then again, that doesn't answer my first question. If the man that beats the man fucking retires, it dies. Lennox Lewis retired lineal. Then it died at Lennox then.
It died with Lennox, you're right. You're right. So, no, I agree with you. They need to do something better about it, or either stop trying to put as much stock into it as they are.
Right.
You know, because think about it. Manny Pacquiao and I think it was Marco Antonio Barrera. I don't know what happened, but he dropped, I think it was the WBC belt. He dropped that belt. He fought Pacquiao, and they promoted that as a lineal championship fight.
Yeah, it was that one, and it was fucking Ricky Hatton at 140.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that also was the IBO belt was on the line.
Nigga, who gives a fuck, nigga? That's a minor title. I don't even know why you mentioned that. I don't even know why you mentioned that. That shit don't matter. Basically, nigga, the fight was billed as a lineal championship bout.
Yep. It was.
Yeah. And that's how Manny Pacquiao is a 8 division champion, because they're counting that lineal status that he got when he defeated Ricky Hatton. But if we're talking about lineal status, should he even be credited that? You know, that's the whole problem with lineal status, bro. What defines it as a real status, man? I like the concept, but I just need a backing, right? And that's why I always say undisputed is the fucking status that you want. Not necessarily lineal. Undisputed championship is what you want. That's the real status. That's the real true champion, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna throw one little quick one at y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Before we get
how long were we on that?
Shit, that was an hour and a half, man.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a quick one at him, man. Before we get out of here, man. We're gonna do one extra one, man. So we're gonna talk Caleb Plant again, man.
Oh my God.
Now this is what I don't understand, Bo. So Caleb Plant says that he has sent offers to Callum Smith and Gennady Golovkin. Hold on. I'm fucking up, Bo. Before we go into that, who you got winning the fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder?
Woo! Ah, man, I'm so scared to pick, especially this nigga talking about some coming in at 274 pounds.
I know, right?
That's what got me fucked up. He talking about this 274.
I don't know, bro.
No.
Come on, man. Hurry the fuck up, man. You supposed to
be fucked up.
Look, no, you supposed to be a boxing enthusiast, man. We should have no fucking pauses, nigga. Make your pick.
But a nigga throwing a wrench in a wrench in the goddamn program. Nigga, this nigga took a wrench and went just like that.
He sure did. We don't know if he's gonna do that yet. That's the problem, right?
So I tell you what, man. I've always been a person that says, if you give me a guy that is skillful versus a guy that relies on one thing, I'm always going to pick the skillful fighter because he has different avenues to win versus the guy is only looking for one thing. So I'm going to go with Tyson Fury.
Yeah. So Deontay Wilder is.
Now, you know what? I'm going to go with Tyson Wilder.
Tyson Wilder? What, you hedging your bet, nigga? Anyway, man, look, Deontay Wilder has always been a guy, at least in his last, 6 fights, that has been showing that his right hand is the great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I can't just, the boxing enthusiast in me, dog, I can't rely on that.
Yeah.
I can't, because here's the deal. Tyson Fury did recover twice after being hit by the great equalizer. Whether or not you're a proponent of Jack Reese and how he should have called the fight off, whether or not you're a proponent of how the count was to 15, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, Buster Douglas when he got knocked down by Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, that count was to 27, whether you're a proponent of either one of those situations, right, those thought processes, at the end of the day, man, Tyson Fury got back up and arguably won the round after being hit and possibly knocked out by the great equalizer, right? There wasn't no he got up and got a minute to go sit in his corner to regather himself. No, he actually got back up, actually got hit some more, and still recovered in the process of being in a fight after being hit by the great equalizer to arguably win the round, dog. And that right there, I got to go with Tyson Fury, man. That alone right there, if that would have never happened, I would be picking Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, Deontay Wilder is most likely going to catch Fury. He's going to hit him, right? But my thing would have been like, you know what? Tyson Fury wasn't able to recover the last time he was hit by that. He going to get knocked out again. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he recovered not once but twice, fam, and looked good to end the rounds both times. And this time he gets a second shot at the guy that has pretty much relegated himself to being a one-dimensional fighter because he only looks for the right hand. Even though he has the skill to not be, he relegates himself to be that now because he's only looking for one hand, right? The fact that you give a guy who's a boxer from the outside and he's highly technical a second shot at a guy that's relegating himself to be a one-dimensional fighter, I got to go with the highly more skilled, more technical fighter, man. I got Tyson Fury. Same score that I had it the first time, but I don't think he gets knocked down. I got it 9-3, Tyson Fury. Go ahead, Bo.
Do you think Kenny Bayless being a referee is going to make a difference if there is a knockdown?
Yes. Well, here's the deal. Kenny Bayless being a referee is going to make a difference if Tyson Fury's laid out on the mat the same way he was in the 12th round. Kenny Bayless is calling that bitch. He's not counting nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's not counting at all. If Tyson Fury's on the mat like this, Kenny Bayless is going to stand over him and say, fight's over. That's what he's going to do. If Tyson Fury gets knocked down, gets up, and can't compose himself, stumbling all over the ring, fight's over. That's why I know that Javon Hill, he's not really known as a, mainstream trainer, but he has the smarts. Been around a long time under the tutelage of Emmanuel Stewart, right? He knows situations. He knows how to get fighters ready, or at least how to advise fighters in current situations that they're getting ready, or in situations they're getting ready to be into, right? Whenever they get into a fight. He knows the situation here. He knows that Tyson Fury cannot get put in a situation where he's laying on the mat again. And I think they're going to be successful and not get knocked down, man.
That's my point. If Tyson Fury gets hurt and staggers down, that's one thing. Bayless will give him a chance. He'll look at him hard. You okay? But if he gets laid out flat, I don't think Bayless gives him a chance.
No. So I said that earlier in the podcast. I said Bayless is the new ref, or at least the official here. He's not gonna get the count that he got from Jack Reese. It's not happening. But I don't think Wilder gets. I don't think he gets knocked down in this fight, bro. I really don't. I don't think he gets knocked down. I don't. I'm banking. Listen to what I'm banking on here. And this is a tall order. I'm banking on the fact that Javon Hill is smart enough to have been able to tell Tyson Fury, you have to utilize the ring and box from the outside, bro. This is an easy game plan, bro. It really is. And it's an easy game plan because it's Deontay Wilder's fault. Deontay Wilder won't use his skill set. So it's an easy game plan because it's his fault, dog. All he's got to do is stay on the outside, box, make it a boring fight.
Yeah, that's true. But the only problem is Tyson Fury has those mental lapses, and he is consistent with that. I saw it when he fought Klitschko. He has those mental lapses, and it's brief. So if he has, I put it like this, he can't afford to have the mental lapses in the 9th and 12th like he did in the first fight in this fight. He can't afford that at all. At all.
Well, I don't think Deontay Wilder. You're making it seem like Deontay Wilder's IQ is at 1,000.
No, but I'm saying if he has the mental lapses, that's when he makes mistakes and Wilder capitalizes on it.
Not necessarily. Tyson Fury was having mental lapses throughout the whole first fight. I was seeing this nigga stumbling over his feet. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder still couldn't capitalize. He didn't capitalize until round 9 and round 12.
But that's what I'm saying. If he has those kind of mental lapses to that degree where Deontay can capitalize, like I don't. Going into this fight, you can't come in at 274. And now I will say this about Tyson Fury: he has everything he needs to fight 12 rounds and fight a perfect 12 fucking rounds. He has.
I don't even see. So like people like Canelo have been out here saying that Tyson Fury has to fight the perfect fight. No, he doesn't. What perfect fight does he have to fight? Tyson Fury can fight Deontay Wilder the same way he fought Vladimir Klitschko, man. He could do this. That's not the perfect fight. You know what I'm saying? It's him utilizing all of his skill set to his best abilities, all of his fucking advantages to his best abilities. That's all he has to do. That's really all he has to do. I get what you're saying about mental lapses, but the fact that this nigga's utilizing his advantages to the best ability, that's all he has to do.
No, yeah, but over that 274,
I'm not putting that in the fray. I'm not putting that in the fray because it's speculation. We don't know yet, and it's 270.
Yeah, I'm saying if come weigh in Friday, that nigga steps on that scale 270. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It is a bad look. It's a bad look. I agree. But at the end of the day, we making this prediction before the nigga steps on the scale.
Right, and if I got to make a step on that scale, I think, listen, Tyson Fury is a smart enough fighter that you don't want to give him. You don't give a guy like Tyson Fury extra life. You know, it's like when you play a video game, right? And you almost beat this motherfucker on the game. You know, but then the nigga give you extra life. You're like, oh no, you should have did that. You know? Yeah. And he's one of those dudes, like Andre Ward. The reason why the second Kovalev fight was different because, like Andre Ward said, once I like Tyson Fury ring IQ is a lot higher than guys give him credit for. Like you said, he was playing with Odawalla. When he got cut, you saw him turn it on.
That nigga went right back to what he normally does when he got cut.
Yeah. Yep. You saw him turn that shit on. So yeah, man. I like I said, my only concern, my biggest concern, hell, even with the mental lapses, even if he has the mental lapse, the motherfucker he's still, in my opinion, even one with the mental lapse because he got up, right? So for me, the biggest knock is that weight. If he comes in and they really try to knock Deontay Wilder out, that's a bad game plan. That's a dumb game plan.
The Texan made a decent point. He said, I would imagine Fury putting weights in his pants to throw people off about the weight. Hey, that's happened before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the guy's name, man. That shit's happened before. I can't think of his name right now. But that's happened before. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, the weight is the big elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? I hate that that Javon Hill came out and said that shit. But that's a big elephant in the room. And it's really, like I said, the first 2 rounds are going to be telling. Is he going to be moving or is he going to be standing there and shit waiting to get hit with the right hand? Which one is it going to be, man? Jar Bell said Fury can't knock Wilder out, but he could force a stoppage.
No, he cannot. No, he cannot. I thought the same thing against Luis Ortiz. They are going to let that mother, he has to knock him out and knock him down. Hey, no.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder's heart is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is his number one best characteristic, his fucking heart. And his mind. Yes, Deontay, do you understand how mentally tough you got to be to understand that you're getting your ass whooped like 7 straight rounds, but to still be able to have the mental capacity to stay on the game plan of setting up your right hand, to basically tell yourself, I know I'm losing round after round after round after round after round, but I'm going to land this motherfucker.
Man, what do you say to a nigga in the corner after 5 rounds and get his ass? After 7 rounds,
you don't say nothing.
What do you say to a nigga in the corner?
You do exactly what Mark Breland does. Nothing. Mark Breland don't do shit. Training camp, he don't do nothing. Fucking in the corner, he don't do nothing. Nothing. That's it. That's why you don't see Mark Breland training nobody else. Y'all nigga don't do nothing. Yep. So, that's what I'm saying.
Mark Breland in the corner like this, texting, what are you doing? I'm texting my bitches.
Man, look, hey, and you know what? I wouldn't fault the motherfucker for doing that shit, dog. Be like, you know what, man? I know why you doing that, man. Wilder gonna land the right hand at some point anyway, man. Go ahead, bro. It's either the right hand or he loses by decision. You know what I'm saying? It's either the right hand or the nigga loses by decision. Which one is it gonna be? You ain't gotta instruct this nigga. You ain't gotta give him instructions. It's either the right hand or he loses by decision. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, yeah, I got Tyson Fury, man. But it's going to be an intriguing fight. All right, man. Go back to the Caleb Plant shit, man. We got 12 minutes. I want to get to the guys asking us questions and shit. We answer questions at the end of the show. So, Caleb Plant said he made an offer to Callum Smith. He made an offer to Triple G. Now, here's my problem with this, bro. Why? Maybe he did. He just not saying it. I don't know why he wouldn't say it. But maybe he did do it. If you are trying to fight Triple G, Callum Smith is a whole nother, that's not a problem, right? Because he's a champion in the division. I want him to go for Callum Smith, Billy Ho, and David Benavidez. I want him to do that, right? I want to see the first undisputed champion at 168 in boxing history. I want to see that, dog. Whether it's Caleb Plant or one of those other 3 guys, I want to see it, right? So I have no problem with him going at Callum Smith. But Triple G, if you're offering something to Triple G, why didn't you offer something or at least talk to Canelo about a September date? Canelo wanted you in May. I'm like, hey man, I'm not ready for May, but we could do something September. That's your other date, right? I'll be ready in September. See, this is my thing. I feel like Caleb Plant would have said, yeah, because remember, the footage that Big Cool got when he covered the fight in Nashville, right? Caleb Plant basically told us that they are looking at him as an opponent for May, or they were looking at him as an opponent in May. Why? Because he said they are trying to get me while I'm overworked. He didn't say they would be trying to get me. He said they are trying to get me. See? It's all between the lines. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the words. The devil's in the fucking details. He said, they are trying to get me while I'm overworked, which tells me that there has been some rumblings about Canelo and Caleb Plant for May, right? Mm-hmm. Now, in my humble opinion, I believe that if Caleb Plant came back and said, yo, not May, I'm not ready for May, but how about September? I believe he would have said that, Bo. Why wouldn't he have not said that? How would that have gone against him if he did say that? That actually helps his cause if he says that. And it's not a negative on any of the negotiations or anything like that. It's simply a counteroffer. Yeah, you know, it's cool. You want me in May, but I just fought in February. That's only a 2.5 month turnaround. The same kind of turnaround you gave Kovalev after he beat Anthony Yard. I don't want to be in that predicament, but I'll be ready for you in September. How about that? How would he not say that? So if you're willing to fight Triple G, then why didn't you just go for Canelo in September, man? What do you think about all this shit, bro?
Oh, man, listen, man. At the end of the day, I would like to know why he ain't talking to David Benavidez. I don't give a fuck if he hurt. I don't give a fuck if he had to postpone his fight. Your main focus to me should be David Benavidez. Nigga been talking shit about you. Nigga been calling you out. You've been talking shit about this motherfucker. What does going after Gennady Golovkin get you? Well, it gets you absolutely nothing. What? Because the only thing I can think of is, unless you're talking about going down to 160, which I don't see you doing that. And the one thing about Golovkin is we know he ain't going up in weight. He never made the attempt to do it unless you're talking about a big fight. Like he was willing to go to 154 for Floyd. That was it. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The GGG thing is completely confusing to me. I don't even understand what's the point of that. And then to your point, like you said, the only thing I can think of is maybe this nigga thinks, well, I'll revisit Canelo later on after whoever I fight for September, right? But I'm with you 100%. If you're trying to get me while I'm overworked, I would have said to Oscar and told everybody else, yeah, I told them, yeah, man, hey, I tell you what, man, you know, I can't see y'all in May, but shit, I damn sure see you motherfuckers in September.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't understand why he wouldn't say something like that, especially if you're offering something to Triple G. Like, Triple G is at 160. He's the fucking IBF champion at 160. Why are you looking at him?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a dumb question. It's a dumb question. He's looking at him because Triple G looked like shit against Sergey Devryanchenko.
I was just finna say.
Yeah, that's why he's looking at him. But
G, you ain't looking at Andrade, Charlo. None of.
Yeah. I mean, Triple G has a bigger name, Bo. He has a bigger name than Andrade and Charlo. So I understand it's a big name, right? Here's the problem. He's looking at him because it's a big name, right? It'll make his resume look good if he wins against him, and he gets a bag off of it. But what's the difference with Canelo? The same thing.
In September.
I truly believe Caleb Plant believes what I believe, which is what I said in my video, right? He believes that he can't beat Canelo, not because he doesn't think he has the skills, but he understands the business. Yeah. He knows Canelo has a huge business backing, and he cannot get a decision against Canelo. I believe Caleb Plant believes that, bro, and that's why he's dismissing the Canelo fight.
Oh, you know what's funny is I think a lot of guys believe that. A lot of guys know. Listen, man, when you listen, going in a fight against Canelo Alvarez is no different than when you was fighting Floyd and once upon a time when you was fighting Oscar. Yeah. Then once upon a time it was said, you're not going to win a decision in Vegas against Oscar. And then that's the thing that turned into Floyd. And you're absolutely right. Think about this, and we talk about this. So-called, which I hate when people say this, when they say, when Floyd fought Canelo, Canelo was green. Well, that green Canelo was a champion. He beat Austin Trout, and guess what? That green Canelo was going to fight Miguel Cotto until he lost Austin Trout. So how green was this motherfucker, right? Right. How green was this motherfucker? Like, you know, but a green Canelo Alvarez got a judge to give it a draw against the biggest name in boxing, which is Floyd Mayweather. Think about that for a second. This when the train didn't even, when the smoke wasn't even coming out the goddamn the motherfucking tunnel of the train. They wasn't even tossing the coal in the engine of the train. You got a fucking majority decision. So yeah, I think he realizes something that a lot of guys want to fight him because like Andrade and Charlo, they really think they could beat him. I think to a certain degree, Charlo even probably think he could knock him the fuck out. But you're right. Caleb Plant is being extremely realistic in if this dude is on his feet in 12, I'm not gonna fucking win. So I don't even care about it because I'm at a disadvantage and fuck that. If I'm gonna be at a disadvantage, fuck it. I don't care about it.
Yeah. Caleb Plant is a guy, and I mentioned this before, he's a guy that's always been about his legacy. Listen, man, ever since he's been getting interviewed, you know what I'm saying, by the media as a professional fighter, he's always said, I'm all about my legacy, right? I believe he truly believes he could beat Gennady Golovkin. I believe he truly believes that he has a chance to get a decision on the scorecard against a Gennady Golovkin. I believe he doesn't think he can get that against Canelo, and that's why he's shying away from that fight, right? And you know what? To be honest with you, for me personally, listen, as an advisor, you don't advise a guy outside of what his goals are. You advise him and taking the best path to achieve his goal, right? Caleb Plant has always said he wants to be the first undisputed champion at 168. So if I were his advisor, I would advise him not to take the Canelo fight because that will derail you from that goal. You'd have to start all over again. You're going to lose your IBF belt because that will be on the line. And you'd have to start all over again, right? Then you'd be like, well, what if I fought David Benavidez, Callum Smith, and Billy Joe Saunders? What if I fought those guys, right? And lost to them? Wouldn't I have to start all over again? Yes, you would.
Not to the degree of Canelo.
Well, no. It would be. Yeah, it would. Because he'd still be a body at 168 with no belt. It'd be the same degree. But here's the difference. You have a much higher probability of beating those guys than you do Canelo. I give Caleb Plant a 5% chance to defeat Canelo Alvarez, man. 5%.
Yeah, we go 12. I agree with that 100%.
But you have, like, in my opinion, a 55% chance to beat Callum Smith, about a 50% chance to beat Billy Joe Saunders, and a 50% chance to beat David Benavidez. I don't think he beats Benavidez. I think he struggles against Callum. I do think he can beat Billy Joe, but that's an excellent fight. I'd love to see that fight, dog. That's a good fight, dog. But, you know what I'm saying? But those fights are very close, right? On paper. Canelo's not, nigga. You're not getting a decision against Canelo. I'm telling you, no.
It's funny. It's like those fights are competitive, but Canelo is a wash. It's not a wash because he's going to outfight you. It's a wash because the judges is not going to be on your side.
No, they're not. They're not. So, yeah, you're absolutely not going to win that fight, and you'd have to start all over again. Those guys, at least you have a better chance of winning, and you get one of their belts that helps you get closer to your goal.
That's
you beat Canelo. Let's say if he beats Canelo, he gets a WBA regular title. That don't help you with shit. You still got to fight Callum Smith.
Yep. Well, you've accomplished nothing but a bag.
Yeah, you got a super bag.
It goes nowhere towards you. You're right.
Look, he got a super bag, and then he got to deal with a rematch clause. Because Canelo ain't going to let you just beat him, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then they going to have a rematch clause. Nigga ain't even got no belt he putting up at 168 besides that WBA regular. And he's still going to have a rematch clause.
Nigga, Canelo will have a clause in it that says, even if you win, but you came in 1 pound overweight, technically you don't win.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I'm sitting in the clause and look at nigga. If you come in overweight by 1 pound, even if you win, it will be announced that technically you didn't win.
Commission would look over that contract and be like, well, sure enough, it's in the paper. No contest.
No contest.
No contest. WBA regular belt awarded. Matter of fact, oh wait, there's another provision. It says you will lose your IBF belt. Canelo automatically get it. Well, no contest. Canelo gets the IBF belt. Some shit never happened before in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't never happened before in boxing history, nigga. Oh, hell no. That's what I'm saying, bro. All it is, and you mentioned it, all it is it's a bag. That's it, bro. That's all you're going to get is a bag, man. Nothing more, nothing less, man. A bag and if you win, a great and excellent name on your resume. He becomes a cash cow, but how closer to undisputed does he really get? You see what I'm saying?
Does he really become a cash cow? Like, will people all of a sudden put money behind Caleb Plant?
I think so.
Think so?
Well, look. Here's the deal. You got
Caleb Plant's not a white boy. He's a nigga.
I get. You're right. It's kind of like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather defeated Oscar De La Hoya. He became a cash cow after that. But here's the deal. Check this out. Here's the deal, though, bro. If he beats Canelo, he would have had to have done it in seriously considerable fashion, nigga. I mean, like, Canelo didn't land a punch against this nigga, bro.
Listen,
like,
you need 12 knockdowns on Canelo.
Yeah.
You need 12 knockdowns. You need a couple of 10-7 rounds, and maybe, just maybe, nigga, you'll get majority decision.
Yeah, no, just maybe you get exactly. You might get a split decision, nigga. Look.
Very close split, nigga. And I mean very close split, nigga.
Look, Bo, the nigga, listen, for Caleb Plant to beat Canelo Alvarez, Canelo would have to be Oliver McCall when he fought Lennox Lewis in that rematch. Nigga just standing there crying, taking punches. That's exactly what nigga just. That'd be some shit like that, bro. That's the only way Caleb Plant beats Canelo. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo lands one punch in one round, that's a Canelo round. If Caleb Plant even looks staggered, he looks staggered, nigga, at any point, any round, Canelo round.
Dog, listen. If Caleb Plant, after winning a round, and the round is over, does this, look, you lose. You lose the round. You breathe heavy. You tired. Yep. That nigga lost the round.
He lost the round, bro. He getting tired.
If that nigga do this, one step back. Oh, you lost the round, nigga. You lost the round, nigga.
Bruh, that's the only way I could see CJ Ross giving that fight 114 against Floyd. That's the only way. The nigga Floyd, look, I'm gonna tell you, the nigga Floyd finished whooping Canelo ass, right? Went back to the corner and shit and was trying to, keep himself psyched up, was bouncing, accidentally tripped, did a stumble. CJ Ross said, oh shit, he hurt. That's a Canelo round. The nigga, they put the stool out. The nigga Floyd accidentally tripped over one of the goddamn, the stool spokes, fell on the stool. Oh shit, nigga, he hurt. That's a Canelo round.
Floyd had to be going around, stood up and did this right here. Oh no, he hurt. That nigga hurt. That nigga hurt.
I'm telling you, bro. Look at how Roger Mayweather threw water on his face. He tired. He hurt. That's a Canelo round. Fuck out of here, man.
Niggas actually started believing that Manny Pacquiao won because of what Roger Mayweather told Floyd in the corner.
Oh my God, you right. Yup, you fucking right.
But I wouldn't be surprised about that one.
You fucking right.
Look at Roger Mayweather throwing water. He hurt. The fight is hurt.
Nigga, that's worse than Jim Lampley's Bang Bang, nigga. That's the worst, nigga. I'm just saying, bro. That's worse than Jim Lampley's Bang Bang, man. Oh, man. All right, man. We're going to get up out of here. Let's see what y'all got to say, though, man. Hit us up with some questions and shit. I'm going to read off what people are saying already, man. Let me see if I can find something good. My man Jared Bell said, Deontay Wilder boasts about those title defenses. If he loses this fight, he's done. Right. He's also talking about breaking Muhammad Ali's record of 10 straight title defenses. That's Muhammad Ali's record. And he's basically comparing himself to that, basically saying that's the record I'm looking to break for now. And then, of course, he's going to move up the ladder to, I believe it was, who's after, I know Joe Louis is, but who else is after Muhammad Ali? Is Klitschko after him? Klitschko had more than 10, right? I think Klitschko had more than 10. Now, in terms of how many title defenses they had as a champion, Klitschko's number 2, Joe Louis is number 1. I know that. But this is consecutive title defenses. So I believe there's like 4 boxers that are ahead of Muhammad Ali when it comes to consecutive title defenses. I know Joe Louis and I believe Vladimir Klitschko are 2 of them. Huh?
Where's Larry Holmes on that list?
Yeah, Larry Holmes got to be on. He's got to be on that list, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to be up there somewhere. Yeah, When
Vladimir lost to Tyson Fury, he was looking to break Larry Holmes record.
Right, exactly. So the consecutive title defense list is kind of gray area to me. But I do know the list in terms of total title defenses. You know what I'm saying? At heavyweight, right? But yeah. Anyway, he's trying to pass Muhammad Ali, and he's been out here talking about that shit. So I mean, we'll see, man. Like, it's a lot for him to lose. I don't think he's done, because Deontay Wilder can easily beat other guys in the division and come back from this. It just depends on what he decides to do if he were to lose to Tyson Fury. Now, they're already talking about a trilogy, right? They're definitely talking about a trilogy. But the deal is, if he loses in the trilogy, he loses the rematch and then loses the trilogy, would he be done? And
No.
Go ahead.
No, because you're losing to the best fucking heavyweight.
But the age he is, do you think he would want to fight? It's not about him being done in terms of, you know, the fans basically saying, oh, fuck Wilder. No, his age. He's like 34, 35, something like that. I think he's my age.
Yeah, then he is done.
Yeah.
Then he.
I think he would be. I think he would be done in that aspect. I think Deontay Wilder would be like, you know what? I've achieved a lot. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that speech.
Fucking money.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that speech. I got a whole lot of money. I got a fine bitch, the first fine bitch I ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, and he was like, I got little Alabama niggas. Where them Alabama niggas at, man? Y'all niggas, hey man, I was out there, bro. They got some ugly hoes in Alabama, man. I'm just saying, nigga.
Alabama, man, it's a slim dog.
Bro, them hoes in Alabama not cute, bro. I been out there, bro. We was out there. We was in them streets. I was in them streets like, don't talk to me. No.
I saw LSU and Clemson, man. I saw some nice looking Alabama motherfuckers.
Hey, LSU and Clemson, not from Alabama, motherfucker. That's South Carolina and goddamn Louisiana, nigga. I'm just saying. My man in Texas.
Yeah.
My man in Texas said, "Yo, y'all remember those scorecards? We're in a funny situation with Estrada. He's talking about Juan Francisco Estrada versus Carlos Cuadras. They said Cuadras first, but the scores were messed up, and Estrada won. I'll do one even better for you. Remember Winky Wright versus Harry Simon? I'm taking this shit all the way back.
He sure is.
Winky Wright and Harry Simon. Now, Harry Simon was a guy that was from the same as Nambia, I believe it was. The same place Julius Ndongo's from, right? Mm-hmm. And Harry Simon never lost. He was an undefeated fighter, retired undefeated. A lot of people don't talk about Harry Simon, dog. Like, he's fell under the radar. You know what I'm saying? But Harry Simon fought Winky Wright, beat him. But the judges announced Winky Wright. And Winky Wright was fucking, you know, he was celebrating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then they said, oh, wait, hold up. There's been an error. The winner is Harry Simon. that nigga Wink's face was priceless, nigga. This nigga was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. You can't make a mistake like that, dog. You can't make a mistake like that, bro. This nigga celebrating. Dog, he had on his mind, nigga. He was like, yo, I already know what bitch I'ma fuck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I already know what bitch I'ma fuck, nigga, as soon as I get out this ring. You know what I'm saying? I already know which one, nigga, which one. Then they took all that away from him in an instant. At a bat of a motherfucking eyelash, nigga, took it all away. Then he had to go back and fucking the same old bitch he was fucking before, nigga.
That's like Steve Harvey when he misread the name of the Miss America pageant winner.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
Dog. Oh, I won. No, hell no, I lost. No, hell no. You ain't getting this crown back, motherfucker.
Oh man, dog. You can't make problems like you can't make situations like that, bro. You can't make mistakes like that, bro.
You can't, dog.
That's just bad, man.
Nigga, can you just imagine, nigga, if a motherfucker was to say in the Harrison fight, the first one, the winner was Harrison. Oh, no. We made a mistake. It was Charlo.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. You can't make that mistake, bro. That's just, you can't do that, man. Professionalism is key, bro. You can't make that fucking mistake, man.
No, but the fucked up thing about that Cuadras thing was the commissioner, for whatever reason, jumped in the ring. Like, no, hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right. The commissioner dog jumps in the ring like he knew what the judges scorecard
Oh
was.
man, dog. Hold up, nigga. That's not what the fuck I heard. That's not what the fuck I read. Yo.
Hold on, you read this shit out there.
Hell yeah, dog. This shit is crazy, man.
That shit, I've never seen nothing like. I was like, that shit was bananas. Commissioner jumped in the ring.
Oh man, that shit's crazy, bro. I had a comment, man. I just lost that bitch. Damn, nigga. Oh, here it is. My man Hamza Malik, he said, but they said they're going toe to toe with Wilder. Are they capping? He's talking about Tyson Fury. Basically, are they out here just basically saying they're gonna be doing something, but not really gonna be doing that when they get in the ring?
They cap it.
Yeah, I believe that too, man. Like it's kind of like Andy Ruiz when he said he was gonna come in slimmer. You know, Manny Robles was out here talking about, yeah, you know, Andy Ruiz already lost 40 pounds. Oh, okay. This nigga step on the scale, 280 motherfucking 6.
Well, he probably lost 40 because he was 330.
You right. You fucking right. You fucking right. You fucking right. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. All right, my man Jordan Ciapini, he said Wilder started boxing at age 21 is the difference. Fury can just move him for the W. I mean, yeah. I mean,
It was actually 19.
but here's the thing. People are going to argue that Wilder, and I know what this is going to sound like, right? People can argue that Wilder had a better career as it turns out in the amateurs because Wilder actually went to the Olympics and got a bronze medal. Tyson Fury lost to David Price and didn't make it to the Olympics. Mm-hmm. So people can argue that, say, well, yeah, he might have started boxing late, but look what he accomplished after starting boxing late. He accomplished more than Tyson Fury did. My argument would be, well, the American heavyweight circuit might not have been as great as the UK heavyweight circuit, which it wasn't, in my opinion, at that time. That's why Wilder was able to get in. David Price was one of the better heavyweights at that time in the amateur circuit. So that's why Tyson Fury had trouble with him. You see what I'm saying? So you see out a bunch of heavyweights on the British circuit in order to try to get to the Olympics. And that's why Tyson Fury didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, that could be the goddamn argument. But he's right. Tyson Fury, all he's got to do is move, man. If he could utilize the fucking ring, not get caught mid-range, inside distance, it could be easy work, man. It could be a boring, easy fight. Just saying.
It can be, but with, like I said, it's going to be remain to be. Like if Tyson Fury would have said, I'm coming in at 274, I'd have been like, oh shit, nah, fuck, I ain't believing that shit. But the trainer saying that, hold on, man. I don't know. It kind of makes you pause and that shit might be true.
Yeah, exactly. Poodangles Branch said, don't let it fool y'all. He always wanted Caleb Truax and was about to fight Alfredo Angulo, but had to fight as mandatory. He's talking about Caleb Plant. And he ain't fooling us because I mentioned this in like the last 2 fucking videos. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Truax is ranked number 3 right now by the IBF. Number 1 and 2 is vacant. And Alfredo Angulo, after he beat that sorry-ass nigga Peter Quillen, they were actually, yeah, he's right. They were actually talking about fighting Alfredo Angulo. He's absolutely right. So, yeah, I mean, I've been saying this. I like Caleb Plant, but he's got to fight a body, man. He needs a body. He needs somebody. But if you look at those IBF rankings, oh, my Lord. Bunch of fucking nobodies, nigga. Look at you, Bo. Go look at the IBF rank. You look at the rankings quite a bit. You probably know.
Yeah. The IBF rankings in any fucking division, my nigga. In any fucking division, my nigga, is suspect.
Yeah, that shit is slim pickings, nigga. Your boy, they're talking about David Benavidez versus Lionel Thompson. Remember Lionel Thompson? Now, shout out to one of our affiliates, you know what I'm saying, Brawler Sports. They are the manager of Lionel Thompson. But that don't stop me from getting in Lionel Thompson ass, nigga. Let me tell you something, man. This motherfucker is not that good of a fighter, bro. Something was wrong with Jose Uzcategui in that fight. I don't know what it was. The nigga got some bad pussy. I don't know what it was, man. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? Uzcategui should have knocked Lionel Thompson the fuck out. But he didn't. He ended up losing. Now we seeing Lionel Thompson name every goddamn where it shouldn't be. David Benavidez talking about fighting motherfucking Lionel Thompson. That's easy, nigga. That's way more than easy work. I don't even know the phrase for that, dog. We gotta create a new one, right? Nigga, bro, I look at the IBF rankings, nigga. I see Lionel Thompson at number 10. He's at number 10. How the fuck he get there? So Caleb Plant is well within his right to be like, no, David, I want to fight Lionel Thompson. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the rankings is shit, bro. He needs a body. Gotta fight somebody. I hope the Triple G fight happens if the Callum Smith fight don't happen. That's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. We gonna go with one more, man. Let me see who else said what. My man Eric already said you right because Floyd beat Canelo 13 out of 12 rounds and still got a majority decision. Basically talking to the fact that Canelo Alvarez, that motherfucker got the best backing in boxing right now. Even when Floyd was the man, he still had a better backing. Excuse me. There's no way in hell a judge could say you got a majority decision in a fight you lost 10 fucking rounds in, and they weren't even close rounds. It was walking away 10 rounds, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Show me. Wait a minute, hold on. Tell me what round. Just tell me what round.
I don't even remember, bro.
Canelo had a moment in. Just tell me what round he had a moment in.
I don't remember, fam. I don't remember, dog.
I know what round Pacquiao had a moment in is when he hit Floyd with the overhand left. That's it. But what round did Canelo have a moment in?
I don't remember, dog. I have no idea, bro. I don't know. I think he had a flurry against the ropes in one round, but hit the nigga maybe with 2 out of 10 shots. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember what I was doing in that fight, I was in San Antonio, Texas. We call San Antonio Little Mexico because ain't nothing but Mexicans there. I was in a Mexican bar wearing a fucking TMT tank top, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just standing up. Every time Floyd hit this nigga with a counter, I'll stand up and show everybody my goddamn shirt. That's all I remember doing in that. And the Mexicans, they're not gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about twice the size of every Mexican that was in the motherfucking place. So they're not gonna say nothing. But the point is, dog, they was mad. Let me tell you something. When that decision was read and Floyd got the majority decision win, there was Mexicans crying in the bar, bro. No joke. They started crying, bro. And me and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, we were like, yo, are they crying over there? That motherfucker's crying?
He got a majority decision?
Bro, they were crying, bro. They were crying, bro. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
That shit crazy.
Hey, the Texan, man. Nah, it wasn't the Sausalito. I can't remember. It was a bar off of 410 and fucking 410 before you get to what the fuck is that street, dog? I haven't been back to Ingram. Before 410 before you get to Ingram Road. It was a bar over there. Nothing but Mexicans in that spot, dog. It was like you stepped on an ant pile, a bunch of Mexicans came flying all over the place, bro. Nothing but Mexicans. But I did the same thing for the Robert Guerrero fight. I did that shit on purpose. Big ass, wear a fucking TMT. Wear a TMT tank top, nigga, just piss all the Mexicans off. He did that shit on purpose, dog. All right, man, we gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all know what it is. Go to 3KingsBoxing.com for the latest, greatest in boxing news and information, as well as interviews and, of course, entertainment. Be on the lookout. We do have an interview that took place with the fiance of Deontay Wilder. She has some things to say about some of the things that her and her husband promote. We kind of wanted to go away from just talking to the fighter, trying to get a little bit more of the person that's closer to him on camera and have her speak some things. And, it's a pretty good interview. So that's going down. We're going to put that shit up sooner or later. Go to Twitter at 3KingsBoxing or at 3KingsBoxing, Instagram at 3KingsBoxing, Facebook.com/3KingsBoxing. This podcast every Monday and Thursday. We're going to try not to make it this long again. This shit is ridiculously long. We're going to try to keep it under 2 hours. But we get to talking, man. You never fucking know, man. But you never fucking know, man.
Y'all coming in the room with good questions, man, so keep it up.
Exactly. Every Monday and Thursday, 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central, 6 Pacific. My man Eric R. said, wasn't Lionel Thompson the nigga that played on the Jeffersons? Yo, hey, Rick gonna be mad at us, man. Look, Rick gonna be mad, dog. I'm gonna get a call, man, tomorrow. That nigga gonna be mad, bro. You talking about my fighter?
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I still want backstage pass. I want promoter pass. I don't want that press, nigga. I want promoter pass, nigga.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that nigga fight David Benavidez. We want promoter pass, motherfucker. Word up. All right, fam. Until Monday, we might be coming back a little earlier. Always pay attention to this channel. We could be going live at any fucking point. But until Monday, we out this bitch.